Alright there folks, hello there, this is Alan recording another comprehensive Magic the Gathering Arena draft video, and I need to get some new Capenna content on my channel. I almost forgot all about it. It goes to show how little I care about this set, but yeah, we'll just fire off a draft, do some traditional. Got enough playing points for the weekend qualifier thing, but yeah, we'll just do a traditional, record some content, get some information going. But yeah, about the set, just not very impressed with it, honestly. Kind of started out as this interesting 3-color set when you did the pre-release events, but it turns out it's mostly just 2 colors aggro, even in blue-black, the most controlling color, and you don't really want to move into a 3rd color since a lot of the multicolor cards aren't necessarily better than the monocolor cards. So it's very interesting. And it's also just quite imbalanced too. It kind of suffers the same fate as some of the previous sets like Adventures in the Forgotten Realms and Innistrad Midnight Hunt, although not as bad, since you know, the 2 colors in those sets are just a huge gap above the rest. But this format kind of has that similar feeling, although it's not all that bad. I mean, like, you know, blue and white we all know are the 2 best colors and definitely higher than the rest, but it's not like by a huge amount that, you know, you avoid playing red or green, the 2 worst colors, or even black. So yeah, it's interesting. So as the format has settled, white has become much more of a contested color, so I mostly want to start with a pretty good blue uncommon. I'll definitely take any all the top white commons or uncommons over the best blue commons. But overall, if I can start with a good blue uncommon, I would take it over every other white common except like Inspiring Overseer. And then blue just gives us access to blue-white to be in Brokers, or blue-black to be in Maestros. And those are 2 good decks. And yeah, what I say we opened up one of the best blue uncommons, Sleep with the Fishes. Definitely it's going to take it here. Jaxus is also pretty nice if you end up in the black-red aggressive deck, but red is not very flexible in this format, and if you try to do the whole red-green thing, it's just a step behind the whole. I need to turn off my notifications one moment. I forgot to. Never mind. Alright, we'll take Sleep. Might actually just take Make Disappear over Jaxus, believe it or not, which is insane. A little bit insane if you think about it, because this is a card that tends to wheel, but as the format progresses, people realize how good this card is. The problem is that spot removal is not great in this format. There's just too many shield counters going around in the Brokers, the banned colors, and there's a lot of good enter the battlefield effects cards that can blitz and draw cards immediately, so even if you end up murdering them at instant speed, they still draw a card. So we're gonna take a Sleep with the Fishes here. Nice. Happy to pick one. And blue is the most flexible color, and more flexible than white. Slightly less powerful than white, but still very flexible. And then this pack doesn't have much. There's Getaway card, could be a fun card we could first pick. We could second pick. I think it's okay, but if you can pick up like some good creatures with good entered battlefield effects, this is quite nice. And keep in mind, you don't have to attack with the Getaway card. You can just crew like. This is most ideally you want to combine this with the Corrupt Court Official in the set, where, you know, if you crew the Getaway card of it can just return. You can just return back to your hand and then it's just replay to make them discard. I mean, I don't mind that. And then if we pick up like an Inspiring Overseer, it's pretty good Getaway card as well. So we can maybe focus some good entered battlefield effects with this. Otherwise, we'd be looking at Run Out of Town, which is still a pretty good blue common. But I don't want to have too many 4-drops, and a lot of the blue commons tend to be at 4. Like with Run Out of Town and Echo Inspector, so don't want to get clogged up. And then, you know, this has some high upside, even though it's much more of a card you want to play in aggressive deck, which, you know, blue-white can be very aggressive, and blue-black, so I don't mind Getaway card. We'll try something interesting here. Haven't played with this rare, but it can do some silly things if we pick up some, again, insane enter battlefield effects. Alright, there's Gathering Throng. We could pick one of these up and start early with this. I mean, it's quite good if you can get multiple copies, but it's still a very speculative pick along with like Infiltrator. Might just take Make Disappear, the best blue common, and it's just, again, very efficient in this format. Yeah, I think I'll just take it just to stick with mono blue for now, because otherwise I'm just committing. I'm not sure if blue white or blue black is open, but those are the 2 decks I'm keeping my eye out on. Otherwise, Majestic could also be reasonable, but I'm gonna take Make Disappear first over Majestic Metamorphosis. And then, yeah, if we get a Corrupt Court Official and end up in blue-black, the Getaway card can be a really neat combo along with it. We don't even need to attack with this. We can just keep crewing it, returning it. The funny thing is we can even chump block with the Corrupt Court Official and then crew with the Getaway car. And keep in mind, you can still crew with vehicles even if the vehicles are tapped. So, we'll see. Alright, Rafine's Informant, pick form, so maybe green-white is open. And this is a card with a decent enter the battlefield effect with Getaway card. It doesn't draw you a card, but it's kind of close, since you don't mind discarding some lands in the late game. Otherwise, we're looking at Slip Out of Back, which is a nice trick. Very efficient for 1 mana, but Rafine's Informant is one of the top commons. And white's one of the better colors, of course, so we'll take a Rafine's Informant. Maybe end up blue-white aggro, who knows. Again, blue-black can still be pretty aggressive, even though it's the most controlling color in this format. It can still very, very tempo-oriented, since a lot of the top blue commons tend to be like these cheap counter spells and flyers like Echo and Spectre. Plus, like Run Out of Town is also kind of like an aggressive card you want to curve out with, bounce the opponent's creatures, etc. So, seems fine. Alright, there's a Gathering Throng pretty late. I mean, I'll take it over a second Make Disappear, since I don't want to have too many Make Disappears. Like 2 copies is kind of like the max. But yeah, I can speculate on Gathering Throng, pick 5 since it's pretty late, and maybe we can pick up multiple copies later. The max I've gotten with this is like 5 Gathering Throngs. Don't know if I can get past that, but yeah, it's really common. And the top white common, so we'll take it over. Make Disappear. There's a chance we can even wheel the one from the earlier packs, but if the table knows how to draft the format, it wouldn't really show up that often. Alright, there's a Shield Mate, which is okay. There's also Broker's Veteran, which is also just very medium as well. Both of these cards are kind of in the same power level. Probably just take a Broker's Veteran, keeps us in blue, and it's still an okay 2-drop. You can sack to Casualty or trade off early. Take it over to the Shield Mate, which is fine. And this is just a May ability, so it's only like up to. I mean, it's an up to ability, so you don't necessarily need to bounce a creature that accrues. And a 3 mana 4/3 is still fine. So yeah, I can see it reasonable over the Run Out of Town, or they're both kind of just close, almost. Maybe this has higher upside. Again, if we trigger some good enter the battlefield effects over and over. Alright, we got late Run Out of Town. There's also late Snooping Newsy. There's also a decent land here, but this isn't too different from like a blue-white land or just another land. I think we just take Run Out of Town here. Again, this keeps our options open. And if blue-black is open, we'll maybe get a Snooping Newsies in the future packs. It's a fine 2-drop, but I don't really want to commit myself, and this is still a top blue common, so I'm going to take a Run Out of Town now. And then the headquarters, the Rafine's headquarters, the Esper land, is not too different from like any of the tap lands at common or fetch lands at common. So I can maybe count that out. They're definitely worth like a couple dollars or so in real life, so it's interesting. There's also Majestic Metamorphosis here. Skycryer's okay. Broker's Hideout's pretty decent. Probably just going to take Majestic just to stick with mono blue. I find this card to be quite good too, assuming you can curve out with a bunch of 2-drops. I'll take a Majestic. Card also just overperforms. And that's a late Make Disappear. Alright, I'm fine with 2 copies. I'll just snatch it up here, because again, we're just mono blue, and we're not sure if we're blue-black or blue-white, so... Alright. I guess now we can focus on some tap lands now, over like second Metamorphosis. This card's good, but it is kind of clunky if you can't curve out with any 2-drops. I like to combine this with like the Double Striker, the Illuminator Veteran. But yeah, it's a good card. Alright, gonna take the dual land over second Run Out of Town, over Revelation. Revelation's also fine. But again, I don't want to get stacked up with too many 4s, and this is just medium, so take a Skybridge Towers, and we need to get some fixing going. We could even end up Esper, who knows. Blue-white splashing black. Even a late Metamorphosis, so no respect for this card. Alright. This card's good. I don't know why people are passing this up. It's not the top blue common, but it's still like at the same power level of like Run Out of Town kind of. And I'll just take a random 2-drop over Dapper Shield Mate. Again, don't want to get too clogged up at 4. Hopefully we find some equipments or maybe 1 encounters to latch onto the Skycryer. So we'll see. First pack went alright. Blue-white seems decent. Alright, the best card in this pack is probably just Ligrella. I like it over Adjudicators, over Civil Servant. Civil Servant, not amazing as a splash color if you end up base blue-white. This is a card you want to just play in a straight-up green-white deck, since you want to get this out exactly on 2. instead of waiting the late game to play. Whereas Ligrella, you're fine waiting until the late game because it's still a removal spell. And the nice thing about this is it can also generate you some value by exiling one of your own creatures, and then they can enter battlefield with 2 extra counters on it and enable a good enter battlefield effect. So we'll take it here, and it's probably just pack 1, pick 1 anyways. I would take Ligrella. Ligrella's quite good to get some fixing. Alright, there's Getaway card. There's also Metropolis Angel, which I think is okay. I don't think I need a second Getaway card. Don't find this appealing unless you have a lot of 1/1 counters flying around, which we don't. So I might just take this Adjudicators instead. There's also an argument for taking Dust Mangler in case we think white gets cut off. But again, there's still Adjudicators in this pack, and the fact that this can help us fix for Ligrella makes a whole ton of sense. So I'm hoping, like, sometimes this happens, you end up, like, white seems particularly open in the first pack, and it just gets completely cut off, and you need to pivot into, like, blue-black. I'm hoping that doesn't happen, but, honestly, yeah, I think it's still Adjudicators. And I don't have to move into it. Alright, Inspiring Overseer, this is the best common, and you take this over most of the rares. I think there's only like 6 or 7 rares I would take over Inspiring Overseer, but you take this over most of the rares, and you take this over every common and uncommon in the set. It's that broken, and it's pretty insane with Getaway cards, so that's a nice gift. Pick 3, so a good sign that white is open over a tap land. So let's take Inspiring Overseer. What the heck? Is this a pick 4 Sanctuary Warden? Alright, speaking of the only one of the few cards I would take over Inspiring Overseer, we have the best card in the entire set, Sanctuary Warden. Yeah, I don't know what's going on, so it seems like white is open from my left-hand side by a lot, because this is pick 4. There's no way you should be passing this card up. Yeah, we're going to have a pretty busted blue-white deck. Okay, we'll take it over Backup Agent, I think. I would take maybe Backup Agent over Hypnotic Rifter, but this card's ridiculous. Like, it enters with 2 shield counters on, so it's almost indestructible. And then you can just remove counters from any creatures, including 1/1 counters from your own creatures, so it doesn't necessarily need to be the Warden. And then you can just draw a card, make a 1/1 chump blocker, and it's just a nice late game finisher. So I have no idea what's going on. I think the pod could be drunk, so I'll take the Sanctuary Warden. And then here we have like Dapper Shieldmate versus Expendable Lackey. Expendable Lackey could be fine if we have more like ways to discard it, like Connive or Rafine's Informant, but we don't have a ton. So I'm kind of just liking this Dapper Shieldmate. It's a 4-drop, of course, and I didn't want to get too clunky at 4, but it seems a lot better for our deck if we're trying to be in blue-white, and there's a bit of a counters theme going. So we'll take a Dapper Shieldmate here. Some green uncommons here in that pack. And then we'll finally just take our Expendable Lackey over Killshot, which I don't think is great in an aggressive deck. Do this. And then we'll probably just take a Botanical Plaza over second Majestic Metamorphosis over Broker's Charm. Broker's Charm I don't find to be all that amazing, to be honest. It's not too different from just a straight up bounce spell or removal spell or even Ligrella. So I'm down to take the Plaza, helps me fix for Adjudicators and Ligrella. And then, yeah, don't need a third Majestic Metamorphosis here. Just need to pick up some fixing since our deck looks good already. Take a second Skycrier, hopefully we find some ways to put we pick up some backup agents to put 1/1 counters on this. But yeah, impressively white is open. Take a Spars Executors pretty late, pick 9, nice gift. Along with Civil Servant, so I don't know what's going on. I don't think this pod realized how good white is in this format. But that's fine. They'll just ship us all the good cards. Not sure how Getaway card is going to be doing, but like if we have some 1-powered creatures, still nice just to crew as a 4/3 haste that can catch the opponent off guard. Again, just resetting shield counters and even like Inspiring Overseer can be quite good. Plus Informants. Alright, this pack is interesting. Probably just take a Witness. I like this with more flyers though. We don't have that many flyers, but I don't really care about the Guidance or Getaway card or second Getaway card, so I'll just take a Witness. And then, ooh, like Stool Land, don't care about the Initiate or third make disappear as much. Just need more fixing for some of our mana base, and then I'll just take a third disappear over second Shieldmates. And then I'll put this Scouring Throng in the sideboard. I might pick up a second one later, but if it's in the same pack with a good blue uncommon or something, I might not take it. So, yeah. I literally just took a snapshot of pick 5 Sanctuary Warden, so the pot has to be drunk. I can't imagine this card game past. Even if I end up base blue-black, I wouldn't even try. I'll try my hardest to splash this, even though it's double white. Definitely find more like ways to discard to connive, and more 1/1 counters. Alright, Echo Inspector seems good. This is probably the best card in the pack overall. There's also like the Corrupt Court Official I was just talking about, Strangle, but yeah, Echo Inspector is a nice evasive flyer. Use one, and probably the best blue common. Although, I mean, both of these are kind of close, but I would still take my first Echo since Make Disappear tends to wheel, since we saw like a third Make Disappear, whereas like we really need the evasive flyer to help us close out in these decks. So Echo Inspector seems great. We need some better 2s though, so hopefully a second Rafine's Informant can show up. No second Rafine's. Could try something spicy and take a Quasar here. We don't really have any fixing for blue-black, so maybe you could just take a Speakeasy Server, although I have double Spars Adjudicators already. I don't think I need Disdainful Stroke, so I could speculate on this. Could be kind of fun if we go 4 colors. It's definitely the best card in this pack. I don't think Lord Xander is very good. Like, it's rounded down, so even they discard cards, it's still quite clunky to play this at 7 mana. And it's just a 6/6 without trample, so I'll take a Quasar. I don't think it does give me another flyer, but the Adjudicators is just a better 5-drop anyways, even though it doesn't fly. It gives us a lot of tempo, so I don't think I care about it. Alright, Rafine's Informant, pick 2, 3, nice, awesome. Not much else here. Civil Servant, Void Rend. Drop. Second one, that is. So we just need like 3 more playables to make this happen. Maybe get like a pick 5 Inspiring Overseer. Who knows? I think my left-hand side definitely was not drafting white. Alright, there's another Echo Inspector over Sweeping Protector. I think it's correct. This just provides a lot of stats. Like a 2-1 with a shield is fine, and its speed, it plays really well if the Make Disappears. But I think Echo Inspector is just a better card. The fact that it connives and helps us dig is pretty decent. I'm gonna take it over Swooping. Although, Swooping plays really well with these Make Disappears again. But, I think we just want Echo Inspector. I'll just take Echo. Maybe we ditch the shield mates if we get too many playables. Alright, second Gathering Throng. I'm fine running a second Gathering Throng here. The fact that it draws itself is nice, and the 3/1 body is actually pretty decent in this format. So we just need one more playable. Could throw in the final shield mate, could cut a Skycrier maybe. If we need extra playables. I think the Adjudicators is just better than Soul. Soul's just too clunky and kind of expensive. I'll take an Adjudicators. I don't know if I need a third copy though, it's just kind of clunky. But it seems better than the shield mates. And now we're at full playables if we want to go this direction. Not sure about the getaway card still. It's like, has some cute synergies with like, I guess the Inspiring Overseer and maybe Rafine's Informant, but that's about it. We'll be conniving so much. I mean, the thing is we still need to hit our lands, so I don't necessarily want to keep discarding lands. So maybe getaway card is just kind of awkward too, unless with Overseer. Alright, we can take a Swooping Protector then. That's a pretty late one, pick 7. Maybe we just don't need getaway card in this game. But even cut one Adjudicators, I suppose. And see what's up. I don't mind a Lackey since we need some Connive fodder, and it's decent for Echo Inspector, Rafine's Informant. And I might need to play these Skycriers just to have more 2s. Although they don't block well. Alright, Backup Agent though is a really good one, so that's a pretty nice pickup. So this could be okay, 23 cards. And not much else here I care about. I probably don't need 5/5 drops, this is decent. Some good 4s. Might not need the second Gathering Throng or even the Skycrier too. Yeah, again, getaway card doesn't seem great in this matchup. There's this for Quasar. I don't care about the Rafine's Guidance in this deck. I'll just take the Waterfronts. Highly doubt I'll be doing the whole Quasar thing though, so I'll take a Guidance. And Backstreet is kind of a medium 2-drop. I can take it still. Alright, wow, late Swooping Protector. Interesting. I don't know if I need another Swooping Protector copy, but I mean, it doesn't hurt, but we'll see how our mana base is. I mean, our deck still just looks really solid with what we have. I mean, the sideboard, like, again, there's Getaway Car. It can be kind of cute with, like, resetting shield counters, but it's still kind of clunky. I don't really want to bounce, like, any 4-drops back into my hand. Unless it gets to, like, the really, really late game where I have a lot of mana. But honestly, there's not a lot of other cheap stuff I'm interested in bouncing other than Inspiring Overseer, which I don't need to do. So I can say no to this Getaway card. Don't think I need third Adjudicators. As highly, don't think I need third Make Disappear. There's also another Swooping Protector, but we have one already. And yeah, it's just understat compared to Echo Inspector. And I'd rather just play this over Dapper Shieldmate, so I think this is good. And then our mana base could just go double forest, honestly. We don't have any fetch lands though. Probably just want to keep even splits blue and white. So how much blue do we have? 6, 7, 8. 5, 6, 7, 8. So I guess we have 8 white sources and 8 blue sources, and then 4 green sources seems okay. As far as Adjudicators can also help us fix as well, so that's fine. So we don't need these 2 cards. Don't think I need Adjudicators or Getaway Car. Don't know about Witness Protection. Probably don't need it. Might probably just consider it in the sideboard, and then Make Disappear is just an overperformer. So we'll try something like this. Not too many equipments to go with our second Skycrier, but it is a 2-drop to play out, and it is quite consistent. The weakest card is probably Broker's Veteran and Expendable Lackey, but I still need some early game over the more expensive stuff. So yeah, we'll try this out, see how it goes. So I have no idea. Fiend's Guidance could be Connive fodder too, we should consider that as well. Right, this hand's kind of awkward, but hey, we have a 2-drop in all of our fixings. I don't usually like to keep hands like this, but I'll risk it here. It's fine. I just want access to my 3rd color in my opening hands for Ligrella, so it's not bad. Probably not going to run her out immediately. I might actually. This is interesting. Run over Town, doesn't seem great, or just run out Inspiring Overseer, that's just better. And then we can sell Ligrella and Inspiring Overseer. So the Life King really helps against red-green aggro. Red-green has this treasure theme going on, so you know, there's not a lot of good treasure payoffs though, they're all just very medium. And they're like susceptible to like removal and interaction. But like the red-green deck could be a reason to do the whole 5-color thing. A lot of creatures tend to be treasures, but mostly it's just kind of bad. Alright, so let's see here. I could just exile this. I could just attack with both and then just run a Skycrier, maybe that's fine. And offer to trade for the Inspiring. Because ideally he wants to play a creature that can connect with this and draw a card, but I'm fine if he draws a card. The Skycrier can still trade here. I'm fine with. So let's see if he plays like a 3 mana, make a 1/1. So I'm fine trading. Let's draw a card, but I get to get rid of this at the very least. And this is already kind of annoying with the Overseer. Backup agent. Okay, so I'll probably exile this now. And then if I find exile the Inspired Overseer, so I can have this draw a card again. So let's punch in first. And then I'm probably fine running out the Expendable Lackey too. And then we can do this. Exile the Archetype Pegasus. I could also exile Skycrier since the 2/1 hits harder. But man, imagine if this can just draw cards. Maybe Skycrier can still be exiled. I still get like a 3/3 lifelinker, so maybe this is okay. The 2 damage could add up, and then Expendable Lackey we can play out. Probably keep a land in hand just to connive away to some of our decent playables, and if he kills this, then we get a 3/3 lifelinker. Alright, so it's going to be time for us to get past this. Probably just play land and pass, and in turn we can still draw a card with Skycrier. Opponent of course draws a card as well, but We could also just sack a land, but then we're just losing out on some mana, so... Revelers is fine. Yeah, a lot of these green creatures you just jump in and trade down. I don't think I'm supposed to stack land here. I mean, I could, because I don't really have much to do. I don't necessarily want to give the opponent cards. So maybe it's fine sacrificing this plaza since I have access to green already, and take it from there. Echo Inspector isn't bad. Alright, and Gathering Throng. Probably just want to Gathering Throng the Gathering Throng here, just to get that out of the way. And this way we have a 3-1 that can trade for the 5-3. And Echo Inspector doesn't attack past the 4-5 anyway, so I think this is fine. And then we can dive away a land next turn, decline. And then we'll say go. Trade here and then take it from there. Professional Facebreaker, but we can still block everything. And if he attacks with this, then we can swing back, so... So we're in this weird board stall, so probably just run out Echo here instead of sacrificing lands. And then just cycle away land. Find us some fishes to answer Wrecking Crew. And if I'm playing out run lands, I might sack this and play a spell next turn. So go. So yeah, really in these decks you really need to splash like a multicolor sweeper to deny the banned colors their playables. So yeah, if you're just gonna go straight up like Cabaretti, it's not gonna do since there's not a lot of good reach creatures in this format. And a lot of the green creatures just tend to trade down. You know, just like these dorky creatures just trade down. It's not amazing like this 5-3, just it's bad. Let's see if he has any bombs in this deck that he's looking to search out. It's nothing too scary. Gallagher's is okay. Still not a scary card. Majestic is interesting. Although I can't use this to attack past the Rakish, I'm probably just gonna sack this land and run out of land and say go. Do I need second green mana? I don't have any more fixing for green or double green spells, but I also just don't need another blue, so I'll just run out the green mana for the hell of it. And then yeah, just pass the turn again and keep up Majestic. Start drawing cards with Skycryer, although the opponent will again also be drawing cards, so not sure here. I'll deck before the opponent as well, so Roko for 3, not sure what this implies. I don't know why the opponent wants to keep up 2 mana. Yeah, I don't know why. Just do it for the max, but if he wants to find a 3-drop, that's okay. Just a Black Market Tycoon, alright, so that's fine. This is still not going to do much. It's still just going to deal damage to him on his upkeep. I guess he can start sacrificing with a professional and drawing cards, so... Alright, so that's a pretty neat combo. And is he going to do it now? That's the question. He might actually exile a playable with only 2 lands, so opponent take a risk and gets a land, so didn't get punished. Or I guess he played out his land already. So, alright. Another Echo. We'll just keep conniving here. And the Swooping Protector. Probably just gonna discard land still. Since I need to keep all my playables at this stage. So he can just make a treasure, keep sacrificing with Professional. Honestly, this could be a way for the opponent to deck themselves before me. But we'll see. So opponent has a nice combo going. Just a random Glittering Stockpile, alright. Still nothing exciting. Gets a Celebrity Fencer, which can grow pretty large eventually, but let's say I still don't mind. Once I get Sleep with the Fishes, I can start going ham. So we need to get Sleep with the Fishes, of course. So we might just keep up Swooping Protector mana and then the Skyfire activation. Alright, run out of town, can deal the 4-5. Just move it now and just attack 4 flyers. And then I guess I can even Majestic Metamorphosis here and punch in. How much damage is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I might as well just do it just to punch in some extra damage and draw a card. I mean, yeah, it's fine, and I can, you know, at least do something here. Probably fine using Lagrella since I'm not playing to block with Lagrella, although this is pretty good against the other blockers. The Lackeys lines up pretty well against the 1-1s and the 3-1. And the Gathering Throng, so maybe this is okay. I could also use it on Skyfire to draw to deal some extra damage, but I think this is okay. Just punching into all my flyers. Opponent can of course swing back for a decent amount next turn, but he's down to 1, so he should just be dead. Yeah, we'll run out land then as they go. And if he runs this out, he's just dead, so he needs to do an alpha attack. And if he doesn't do an alpha attack, then he's away. He probably needs like a pump spell off the top, like the 5 mana. Give +1 vigilance, +1 in vigilance. Doesn't get it, just gets a backup agent, so that's good games. I don't think he's going to get out of this. I guess he can gain life with the Gallic Raiders, but I'm still going to do enough damage to kill him. So he goes to 3, I can just alpha with all my flyers. I guess he can still make a treasure by attacking. But, yeah, I guess he can still do this to reply. He's not going to gain jets. So I spoke a little bit too soon, but it's going to be a little bit difficult for the opponent to kill me in this spot. Even main phase is wrecking crew. I think he should attack first. He's going to use this to gain life, of course. And then pricing attack with all, we can make some pretty decent blocks. I could just kill the Facebreaker, honestly, so he doesn't get to draw the extra card, and then we block here. How much damage do we take? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So that's kind of scary. I might just want to chump block the 5-3. Just double block the Facebreaker so then he doesn't get to... Actually, this is a weird block. He wouldn't really block like this. I could also just block the Gallic Readers, I suppose. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Yeah, I probably just want to go down to 3. I don't think I'll be dead here. Probably not. And then, yeah, the Facebreaker doesn't get to draw a card off the treasure he makes here. So, should be able to win this. We attack all out, so that's good. So, let's just swing out for lethal. He can only block a single flyer, and that's 3 damage, so. So probably see the opponent's sideboard and some reach creatures. Witness protection isn't bad against the so-called wrecking crew. But again, we have some ways to interact, so I don't mind just running this back. Like, there's an argument for cutting the Gathering Throngs. Throwing in, like, I don't know, a getaway car. Maybe a third make disappear. Stroke, I don't know. I didn't see anything too expensive. I don't care about countering outside of the Wrecking Crew. So I'll probably just run this back again. Give it a shot. And, yeah, take it from there. We also just kept the 6-lander in our opening hand, plus Drunes do some good playables, so our deck seems pretty good at cycling. Alright, not going to say no to Inspiring Overseer on turn 3. Might keep this Expendable Lackey in hand, just because we have some good Connive creatures to discard to this, so I think I'm fine keeping it. So, ideally, Rafine's informed on 2, discarding the Lackey. Alright, there we go. Asking you shall receive. It's like I'm almost psychic or something. And maybe I'm fine trading for a Jet Fixer. Although he doesn't need to pump, so it feels kind of underwhelming, especially since he's going to attack for 5 with the Majestic and trade for something higher. So I might just take 2 here, since this hits harder on the way back. Licensed Hearse can mess with my Expendable Lackey. That's a problem, so now I don't really want to put any creatures in the graveyard. Enable the Licensed Hearse. This only deals with creatures as well, so I can't really exile it. But we can't play it out either. Could attack this and use Majestic, but I think we just Inspiring Overseer, since it just makes more sense. And then now this can fix for Lagrella, and Lagrella can maybe do something next turn, we'll see. Can even just run out the tap land, keep up the Majestic Metamorphosis, and we should be fine. And then we just don't want to keep feeding this unlicensed first, and we'll probably just take 2 here since he can double pump this. No reason to block, and we can swing a lot more on the way back, so probably has a good follow-up. Nothing. Alright, that's interesting. I'm fine attacking first in case he has something. So let's move to attacks. And we'll see what's up. Could see a flash swooping protector. No swap flash swooping protector. Alright, I don't necessarily want to connive here. I think I'm just going to set up a mana fix turn with Spars Adjudicators and play out tap Skybridge Towers and Sigo. Instead of running out land into keeping up Run Out of Town or an Echo. Put straight 2 damage for 5, and I'm fine just doing the exchange. If he has like a Strangle, I can pump with Majestic to blow him out too. This only attacks for 1, so just a slow card. It's not bad by any means, but it's just, again, completely slow. I didn't see any 2-mana reach creatures this game, so I also don't mind this. Black Market Tycoon is kind of annoying. I might just want to exile this with Ligrella next turn. Decides not to even attack. Interesting. Alright. I don't think I run out the Adjudicators because I need my green for Ligrella. So we do have 6 lands, so we could set up a turn 3 Ligrella into like Majestic, or just run her out right now. I probably just want to save this against a big blocker. But if I use Echo Inspector, this grows. So this is interesting. I probably want the extra flower out in play anyways, just so I can apply some pressure. So I think we're fine just moving to combat, attacking for 2, run out Echo Inspector, discard land, and take it from there. Alright, and then hopefully find a second green source. Alright, and there we do. I mean, yeah, we'll just discard planes here. So now we can run out green, maybe even run out the Adjudicators next turn. So this is going to become a 2-2 now. But that's fine. It's just kind of a whatever card. And he plays a random... It didn't see a ton of removal in the last game as well, so he's going to have a rough time dealing with these flyers. Golden Hound's also going to deal damage onto his upkeep if he just keeps making treasures, so I don't think I need to block necessarily. I mean, trading for his 3-1 isn't bad. And I definitely don't want to block the 2-2, so we'll take 4 or 2, we'll see. I don't really care about this. Sure, it grows, but we can just lock it down. Alright, we have another Adjudicator, so I could just Ligrella here, honestly. I can mess with the Black Market Tycoon if I want, so then he can stop growing the Fixer. Could also just mess with the Fixer, honestly, so then he's forced to sacrifice his treasures. First things first, let's attack. Yeah, I think I'm fine running out Ligrella, but this is more mana efficient, I feel like. And then it's just a good blocker. So maybe I'm fine running this out. We can hold off the Fixer for 1 turn. If the opponent wants to put a bunch of treasures onto it to grow it, then we can just run it out of town or something. And then this just blocks the 3-1. So yeah, opponent needs to take damage unless he sacks this on his upkeep. Then if it's sacked on his upkeep, then I guess he's going to grow this. Makes sense. That's cute. Another Demir's Fixer. Don't care either. I guess I'm fine sending this in. He has to double block and respect this. So I could Ligrella here, actually. I guess I can Ligrella and keep up Run Out of Town. I guess I can do both, so what I can do is, yeah, we could do both. Do I want to Ligrella the Ravine's Informant? Could be fine, too, just to get another Connive trigger. I feel like I just want to send this to Adjudicators, but I guess he has his 2-2 to also credit instant speed. I guess I can have lethal, right? Never mind, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I guess that's just lethal if I'm adjusting Metamorphosis here. So alright, we'll just do this instead then. Bump a Run Out of Town in case he has a fight effect. And then this is just lethal, right? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, yep. Well, we can make a treasure at instant speed, but I think we just go for it. All we can. Yep. yeah, I would recommend not doing this whole red-green thing. It's always usually going to be open because it's just not a particularly good color combination with a good with much good synergy. Like, you have to open up that rare or get past the rare to black market like all these treasure generators or payoffs to do their thing. But even then, the payoffs aren't great. Like, if the 2/2 can obviously become like a 4/4 in a late game, it's fine, but then it just gets bounced, gets shut down by a single removal spell. It's just like you wasted your whole entire turn trying to enhance like the Jet Mirror's Fixer, and the opponent's already just out-tempoing you, of course. So I wouldn't recommend it, but sometimes you do need to make those unfortunate plays. All right, we'll keep this. More unfortunate mix. Alright, so I'm fine running out Skycrawler. Could get countered here. But I'm fine getting gets countered. Nope, no counter spell, so this implies I could run out the Overseer. I might not attack the Skycrawler if it keeps up mana, because it's likely you could have like a Fairy Vandal or like the Flash Creature, but I'm fine running out Overseer since it's resolved pretty quickly, but I guess he could have it now. Okay, nope, so I'm not going to attack her because of Fairy Vandal. And I'll pass the turn, and next turn we can attack since we have Metamorphosis. If we do that, he flashes into 1/2 to ambush my Skycrawler. And then we can run out Island, attack with both, run out Robo's Weapon. Yeah, I guess I'm fine attacking both. Then run out the Veteran, set the Fixer. And then I guess this isn't going to be back for 4, but that's fine. We can maybe set up something eventually or bounce this back. I mean, I don't even need to really exile this, to be honest, since I have all my fixing already. Alright, I guess I'll be taking 8. I don't think I'm supposed to chump here. Maybe chump next turn. But we just gained like 2 life off of it, so it's not bad. And plus we're going to shut this down next turn anyway, so... And then the opponent doesn't have counterspell mana open, so... I mean, this is going to get out of hand, kind of, but I think we still are fine just... running this out, shutting this down, and attacking the ball. This provides a nice tempo advantage, and then we can shut it down again next turn, and maybe just fly over and win the game. We'll see. Removal spell. Alright, it gives me a treasure as well, so... not the most amazing card in my opinion, but it's a whole turn off. Probably take 2. I might be afraid of trading here. If he keeps us back, I'm not attacking with this. Yeah, we'll just run out the Adjudicators. Also just run out the Lackey, you know. Since I have some lands to also connive away. I guess I'm fine trading this now, since now I can put the shield counter onto my Adjudicators. And it blocks pretty well. If the opponent takes it, I'm fine with this. I think I'm probably running out the Lackey, since I might want to chump block this 5 or have an extra creature to fly over for victory next turn, so we'll see. So hopefully no sweeper like depopulates. It's a shield main, right? I guess I'm fine just firing off its Metamorphosis and hope it resolves. Yeah, I think we just do it now, and I think we target the Lackey because if we put this in the graveyard, we can always just bring it back. So target the Lackey, see if this resolves. You can see a murder, we'll see. Alright, murder it is, so saw that a mile away, we'll let this resolve. And instead of drawing a card with Skycrawler, I think I'm just going to round the Lackey. This puts a faster clock on them, and I can still chump block the 6/5 for days, so that's fine. And next turn I guess it is lethal if he doesn't deal with my creatures. Larcenist is going to hold me off though, and he gets absolutely nothing, so that's fine. So the 6/5 might get out of hand, so I might want to set up a double block to maybe blow him out. Maybe not blow him out, but right, so it doesn't look like it's going to be a good turn to double block. This 3/2 will have to trade for my 2/1. I guess I'll chump this and then put a counter on the Inspiring Overseer then. He could also have one more removal spell. He probably has another removal spell here, I feel like. Or no, he just passes the turn, so I guess we just run run out land and then just attack with the 1/1 fish. I guess we can send the Inspiring, might as well. Although it's just a trade, so maybe I'm fine just attacking for 1 and then we can chump with the Broker's Veteran. Also draw a card here. Maybe we should draw in the card to see what's up. We'll just say go. I'm hoping he sacks his land here, so then I won't get punished for actually activating the Sky Crier. Right, he's incentivized to sack his land to draw a card, so I'm much more optimistic about using Sky Crier end of turn, since 2 open mana won't be a lot. Just a whack. Alright, that's pretty efficient, so that deals with it. And then I can maybe afford to chump here, we'll see. And then putting a shield counter. Do I really want to chump now? Maybe I can draw a card first. And I'm fine using the Sky Crier twice. Alright, let's just do this twice and see what we draw here. Lagrella isn't bad. Yeah, I guess Lagrella could be okay. Yeah, we'll just use Lagrella, maybe exile the Flyer or Celebrity Fencer, we'll see. Probably just Larson it so we can put a 1/3 clock, and we also have Counterspell mana available. So I guess it's fine, we'll just run out land, run out Lagrella, exile the Flyer, and I think that should be it. And then just attack with both. And then, yeah, just chump to 8/7. We also have Counterspell Casualty in case he drops out. And if he tries to kill Lagrella, that's annoying because he gets to eat my Make disappear, but we have lethal. So, and we can even stack the land on the turn to draw an extra card, so we'll see. Opponent's deck looks alright. Right, extract, that's not going to get anything, so we'll let that resolve. This is not a card you want in the late game. It's decent in the early game, but in the late game it's just kind of whatever. And if you're playing these clunky removal spells, we can just counter them. I'm not sure if I want to activate Sky Crier end of turn necessarily. I mean, we have lethal. Gives up, fair enough. And yeah, we could just run back again. Yeah, this deck looks. Don't think I need to make any adjustments, honestly. I was thinking of having this guidance. It's nice to connive away though, along with a card like Lackey. But I don't think I can go down a creature in this type of deck. We're kind of really creature heavy focused. But maybe this could be replaced over to Lackey, potentially, or Broker's Veteran. But I think we're still fine. We'll just run this back. And this hand is okay. I mean, we did draw into Informant on turn 2 to connive away the Lackey. Opponent's on the play, we're on the draw. I think we try it. Because we get our lands at least, and I hope we just don't flood out too badly. So let's draw a spell here. Not sure if I want to run out Lackey. Lackey's pretty decent with maybe a Metamorphosis to maybe do a trade. But if he has Murder, it's kind of annoying. Giada. Alright, I can ambush Giada maybe with Lackey. So, not sure here. I mean, I'm probably going to set up a Gathering Throng next turn anyway, so probably need to wait until turn 4, we'll just say go. Hopefully he doesn't run out an Angel to gain counters too. This card's pretty decent though. But you really need to run out Angels to count against it. Fair enough. And yeah, we'll run out the Gathering Throng. Next turn we can set up like next time the Lackey ambushing it, but he's going to be a little bit suspicious if I don't run out second Gathering, so we might just have to take a little bit of a beating, or just run this out of town maybe. Maybe run out of town is better since it has a 1/1 counter. And is this a cast trigger? No, it's an enter the battlefield trigger, so we can wait. It still has counterspell mana, so I'll take 4. You could have a counter spell. Maybe it's fine just running this out. I mean, I do need to set up something. And then the expendable lackey can also just trade. So I don't want to make it too suspicious here. I'm just gonna run this out, and then maybe we set up the majestic ambush and see. And it's gonna at least hold off the 1-1 and trade for it at the very least. So we'll see go. Because I feel like he has a murder or something. Or we can just fire this off and set him back a bit. But we'll have to take another 3 in the air. Not the end of the world, but we are taking a bit of a beating, of course. But we'll stem the bleeding eventually. Right, so we'll just pass, and then we'll see what happens. I mean, if we run out of town, we can maybe set up a double metamorphosis next turn. If he has murder, we can. If he murders one of our creatures, we can do another one. So I might just run this out of town to waste his turn. And maybe this can even bait out counterspell. So maybe see a disdainful stroke. If he keeps this on top, then it's fine. Alright, keeps it on top, fair enough. Silencer isn't bad, especially against my gathering throngs. Gets rid of fire silence, interesting. Alright, so I need to set up the metamorphosis here. Play land pass. If it attacks, we'll metamorphosis on our expendable lackey. If it doesn't resolve, then we'll metamorphosis again. Hopefully ambush the Giada, draw a card. Silencer can also attack freely here, which is kind of annoying. So I'll try to ambush the Giada and see if it resolves. And probably see murder here. And then we'll just try to do on our gathering throng then. Hope that resolves. And it does. Alright, so get owned here, but then I can still block here, and then I'm probably trading this off. Since I don't want to keep taking 2, and then hopefully he doesn't have Faker on death, and he does. Alright. I'm going to. But my creatures are going to die anyway, so. Okay, we'll just run this out. Run out the lackey, off the trade. And just play out lands and go. Offer a trade for the 2-1. And take it from there. Hopefully draw into more goodies. Like. And do I want to block here? It's not good, so I think I'll just take it. Don't want to take 3, but this regular artificial is fine. Alright, second Skycrawler seems okay. I want to keep running out lands. I mean, I could always just play this out and double Skycrawler next turn. I think we just say go. And then probably maybe take 4. Don't want to take too much. Alright, Regulator. Alright, so comes in with a counter because of Giada, that's pretty good. So we're just gonna get free rolled here. Attacks a fall, so I'm probably just gonna block here and take 4. And probably just gonna activate Skycrawler end of turn. I guess we can even sack the land just to be safe. Maybe just do this so if one doesn't draw a card, we should have enough mana to maybe do something else. Alright, Inspiring Overseer is a gift. And Echo Inspector is in that too, since this can block the 3-4, so I think I run this out over backup agents. And then probably discard Make Disappear at this point. And then, yeah, we'll just say go. This can hold off the 3-4 and everything else. Then maybe we can start enhancing our life linkers. We do need to find an answer to this regulator, of course. Bouncing's not necessarily great because he's just going to replay it, it gains a counter again, so I guess we can put a counter on Echo Inspector and see what's up. We'll see. This is 11 Fencer, so this is kind of annoying. Right. Yeah, Make Disappear, so interesting. I maybe just need to find an answer to this, and this can attack for 2. Echo Inspector also blocks this pretty well too. Could also put this on the Overseer to maybe trade for the Celebrity Fencer eventually. I don't know. Could put here actually, then maybe do a triple block. I do lose a bunch of my flyers, but then that's maybe okay. Not sure I'm just putting it. Maybe it's not right, but yeah, I could just double block this trade. I guess if I attack using the double block, never mind, just to go. And not being a proponent of the opponent drawing a million cards, but I think I might have to just activate the Sky Crier. I know we're behind, but otherwise we're just not finding action, and that's going to be pretty bad for us. Fiend's Informant could counter it. Probably finally it resolved since I can just trade blocking. So do I want to draw a card? I probably need to. Find some answers, hopefully. Sleep with the Fishes is bad. Right, that deals with the Celestial, so now we can attack the Echo Inspector. That's fine, because I don't want to block the Celebrity Fence. 3 damage is decent. And then hopefully we can trade for the Celebrity Fencer. Alright, so I'm gonna double block and trade. I'm fine with this exchange. Also attacking the 2/2, very interesting. I think it's more important to take out this defensor though. Ooh, attacking the wall, right? So we can do some decent blocks here. We can also jump this, but it's just gonna keep growing. We can also just double block this and get it out of the way, honestly, but then I lose a bunch of my flyers. Because that's lethal, but I think I have to make this play. I mean, if I'm gonna stay back all day, there's no way I'm gonna win. So if he has removal for this, then he wins. I mean, that's a justification for attacking, but maybe I should just still stay back. I don't know. It just feels wrong, like locking this down and not attacking. Attacks the ball, so we're probably just gonna block the coach. So he's got a way to drain me out. That's very interesting attack. Go all in. I guess we can Skydive prior here and then we're Fiend's Informants. Let's see what we can draw to. Alright, we can start playing. We're not tap playing second. I'll probably just pass. Probably just chump here. Attack with the Giada. So if he has a Majestic Metamorphosis, I probably just want to double block. If he has Fake Hero Death, then this is still alive, so I think we double block this. In case he has Majestic, which I didn't see in the first game, but I still think it's reasonable going for the double block here. So still good life, it's not that bad. But to go. Could attack next turn, remove a counter, draw a card. But then I only have one blocker left, but it might be a necessary play just to get something going. Otherwise, we're never going to win the game. We're just going to deck before the opponent, so we'll see. Also have a second Sanctuary Warden, so that could be useful as well. I mean, not second Sanctuary Warden, but second Sparas. Sorry, there's decides to attack. I can still block everything and survive this turn, so we should still be okay. Alright, decides to go for an Alpha Strike, so how do we want to block here? Let's see. If I just block like this, get rid of it. Block like this, block like this. And then we can still gain a life, and I can still draw a card with Skycryer, so I'm still alive here. So. Hopefully we draw to a creature, otherwise we're dead. Right, Broker's Veterans in the Saber Butts. About to deck ourselves, so I need to find something good here. Adjudicators isn't bad, and I might just need to swing all out here, but first things first, I think it's fine sacrificing a land. And I think I'm swinging all out here. I mean, this could be risky, but I do need to get some attacks going, otherwise, yeah, we're probably not going to win this game. Draw into anything. Flying right. So opponent has a lot of fake hero decks. Not sure how I can play around it. I mean, the counter spells do deal with it, but they are fairly annoying. So now what? I mean, witness protection doesn't seem great. Huh, interesting here. I might want actually a third make disappear, not sure. Overexpendable Lackey. Lackey's again just fine. I mean, he did blow me out of the double when I had the double Majestic Metamorphosis too, so I might just cut down the Metamorphosis and then just run out a third, make disappear just in case, so he doesn't always have Murder mana up. Opponents also didn't have a bunch of expensive cards, so I don't see a reason to run Disdainful Stroke. Could also just cut the Veteran, throw in a random Backstreet Bruiser, like just as maybe a better blocker, potentially. I mean, that could be reasonable too. It can't attack though, but with a bunch of 1/1s that the opponent has, it could be reasonable to again have the Backstreet Bruiser. It's kind of interesting here. I mean, he doesn't have that many large creatures, to be honest. Trading for this isn't the worst. Yeah, I guess something like this could be fine. And then we can just take it from there. Alright. So we're going to be on play. We should have the tempo advantage. So the make disappears are just going to get a little bit better here. So, alright, we don't have any blue mana though. We do have our Gathering Throng. I think I have to keep Exavagrella. We just need our blue mana. But if I don't, I can still run out Gathering Throng. I mean, this is rough, but I think we gotta risk it here. Alright, we get our blue eventually, otherwise this is going to be bad, but I do want the Gathering Throng in my opening hand, so I can draw into the second one. But hopefully I don't draw into it, otherwise I'm going to facepalm. Pulling mulligans, but it's not that bad because he's on the draw. So ideally blue mana into maybe Broker's Veteran or keep up make disappear, we'll see. No blue mana, right. This would have been probably just a bad keep if we don't get our third land drop here. We didn't, alright, so this could be a good game. But we do have Sanctuary Warden, so if we can survive and deploy her, that could be okay. Alright, so we just gotta discard and make this appear at this stage. Doesn't do much if I'm running 3 copies. But Influence also probably just running a bunch of non-creature spells here. I don't really care about Broker's Veteran, it just doesn't line up well against this. So that's quite Alright. Like 4 turns, no lands. Fair games of Magic, of course. But the opponent's also just not applying much. Alright, Girder Growth would have been nice to counter. Alright, tap land. Also not what I want. So this game is probably just gonna go and just gonna end quickly. Alright, probably just run out Gathering Throng, maybe gets countered. Take 5 again. He probably has multiple removal spells. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. Maybe I just discard Throng now. I mean, drawing it isn't the worst because by drawing it, I can thin out my library more to make it much more likely to hit my land drops, so I guess we just discard it then. And take 4. So I trade here, it seems pretty bad. Probably just want to Ligrella this next turn. Giada, alright, that's not good, especially long Celestial Regulator, alright. Welcome to Magic, guys. Magic 2020, 2022, where you just can't draw a single land. Alright, that was just bad. Maybe I should mulligan, but it was still, I still had to risk it. And yeah, so we're just down the game. We can get maybe 1,000 gems and run a second draft, but that was pretty stupid. Maybe shouldn't have kept that hand. I was hoping to just get land 3, maybe get a Gathering Throng, and then draw into my blue later at the very least. But yeah. All right, this seems okay. I want to run out Brokers or back up Agent first. Ideally, I just want to put a counter onto the Inspiring Overseer or one of my flyers, so I think I run out Brokers and take it from there. And then do I attack? I can attack because it doesn't have a creature to put a counter onto. And then Inspiring Overseer beating a counter is nice, so I think I'm fine to attack here. And then if he swings back, I'll probably just take 2. Assassin, alright. So I could just trade this off now. And I don't want to block, so I'll just trade this off and then run out Echo Inspector. Takes it, alright, I guess we'll just Echo Inspector now. And then maybe hopefully draw the second blue to block this now. Alright, there's our second blue, so let's get rid of this back of agents. So opponent's playing some suboptimal cards. So unless the opponent has a hostile takeover, and the escape should end pretty quickly. I'm actually fine blocking the 2-1 if he wants to force a shield counter on something, since we can lock it down, so this is fine. And then we can punish him severely here with the Vicious. Or just bounce it, that's actually maybe better. Locking it down permanently would be nice, but we can waste this whole entire turn to make him play it again, so running out of town here seems pretty good. has the bottom end too, so fine attacking. We can put a shield counter on the 3-4 if he decides to trade. And he's trading 4-drop for a 2-drop, so that's quite nice. I think we just pass. Could just round the informant, maybe that's okay. And then I'm fine discarding land. Alright, expend the lackey's great. And then, yeah, I'm fine just running out the lackey. Even if he has hostile takeover, Echo Inspector survives. And we still have lethal, so. Incriminates. Alright, this is a bad card, so yeah, the opponent's really playing well on the barrel cards here. Incriminates. Veteran Rebel. And that's lethal, so let's get in there. Alright, Skycrier, Gathering Throng, Echo. I'll try this. And we'll run out to Skycrier. No reason to deny me away just yet. We can deny away our copy of Gathering Throng though. So we can swing in for 3. Echo Inspector discarding Gathering Throng. Right, I actually just want to sacrifice the Skycrier, honestly. It's not going to get past this 1-2. And 3-1 hits harder, so won't even decide to attack. Interesting. Right, let's just do the combat attack for 3. And Echo Inspector connive away Gathering Throng seems right. And then we probably just want our lands for Sanctuary Warden, so this is okay. And then opponent's probably going to stay back here, missing the second color. Ooh, we can even run out Adjudicators. Yeah, I guess I'll not play the Warden for 1 turn. So I can apply 6 damage, which is a lot. See a whack here on the 3-4. Witness Protection, fair enough. But it can still attack, which is good. So, yeah, let's just play out tap land. And I think I'm fine attacking with these 2. Fine with any trades. And don't want to run a 4-4 into a Death Toucher, so if the opponent takes 5, then that's good for us. If he trades, that's also good. Informant, maybe. Can discard 1 Majestic, I guess. And then do I want backup agent? Sure. Let's go wide and kill him. And hope he doesn't have a hostile takeover. Nope. We need red mana for it, so it's a pretty easy, quick game. Attacks with the 1-2. I don't really agree with that play. But to each their own, I guess. And then yeah, just try to attempt to fly one of these over. And then that should be game over. Let me see what we draw off of Overseer. Right. So we need to redo this draft again since we couldn't get 3-0. Lost to a pretty bad hand that I kept. But overall, our deck was pretty good. Sanctuary Warden pick 5. Could definitely win 3-0, but yeah, sometimes you get unlucky. So let's claim our prize and just do another draft. One moment. hopefully this draft can make up for the first one. I think the first draft was still very good, but again, due to bad luck in the second opponent, yeah, just couldn't hit my lands, and the opponent also just kind of ambushed me in the second match where he had like Murder, and I had to use Majestic twice to get rid of Jian, and he also had Fake Your Own Death, so yeah. Not often do you see like a black-white base deck, but it can happen. It's more like black-white, like aggro mid-range, with all the good 2-drops like whatchamacallit, the Rapine's Informants, the Backup Agents, Inspiring Overseers, the Crooked Custodians, and then Girder Goons. So, just like, you know, with Fake Your Own Death, so very interesting deck. It's also an enemy color paired, so it's not something that's apparently supported in this format, but it can pan out if you can't go like black-red aggro, which I would recommend. You can at least maybe like draft black-white good stuff aggro, and it still works. So it goes to show how all the decks in this format are pretty aggressive, even the blue-black decks. So you need to get on the board early and maybe play less colors, unless you open up like a really insane uncommon that you want to splash for, like mostly like Ligrella, Disciplined Duelist, or Corpse Appraiser. You should maybe go out your way to go 3 colors, but mostly it's just 2 colors and a light splash. Alright, hopefully we don't have the queue again. Alright, let's begin. Do we open up a good blue uncommon? Not necessarily. We opened up some flexible cards though. Whack and Luxurious Libation are quite good. Endless Detour is not too different from Run Out of Town. It's also 3 colors, so I don't want to start there. There's also some other multicolor cards here. Celestial Regulator, Snooping Newsy, and Civil. I think I prefer Regulator over Civil, simply because I think blue-white is just a better combination than green-white. So, and if you're going to be taking a green card, you might as well be green-white. So I might just take a Celestial Regulator here, even though it's still 2 colors and these are more flexible options. I still think blue-white's the best deck in the format, and this is a pretty good common. I could also just take the Libation or Whack. I don't know, Whack. I guess Whack can leave me open to like maybe black-red aggro or blue-black, which is kind of fairly open from my experience. I mean, drafting the right way would be like Regulator, honestly, but this could be an interesting pick. I don't know, let's just take Regulator. Move on. And then Ligrella seems like a good follow-up, so had we taken the Whack, we'd probably be looking at these black cards, which are all okay. But Ligrella is by far the best card in this pack, so I'm happy that I took the Regulator. And yeah, we'll take it here. I mean, I guess we would maybe take Body Dropper if I was taking the Whack. So we can maybe sell for a black-red aggro deck, which is quite fun. You know, it's a lot of, if you combine this with Blitz creatures, this can get out of hand. But it's also pretty bad against like green-white, since green-white has so much life gain going on with the Civil Servants. It's hard to race. And it's quite volatile. Still a very good deck, but I'll take Ligrella here. And then Jewel Thief is the best card in this pack. Also seen some good blue commons like Make Disappear, but we've seen these go late. It would make sense to play this, take this alongside Regulator, but honestly I think Jewel Thief is just the best green common, so just gonna take it here. Maybe we could go green-white this time, who knows, but it's definitely better than Make Disappear by a lot, so I'm gonna pass up Jewel Thief. And then now we come to this pack, which doesn't have a whole lot of anything. Could take a Rooftop Nuisance, Obscura Initiates. If we end up blue-black, we can self-mill ourselves with Deal Gone Bad. Yeah, these are all fine filler. I could just take the Body Dropper. Like, I don't care about the Nuisance as much. It's okay. But it's a card I mean, honestly, maybe we're just committed at this point. Yeah, I may just take Rooftop Nuisance. End up maybe blue-black and it's okay. And then blue-white's okay. Yeah, this will be like a complete stretch. It plays really well with Involuntary Employment as well, so someone's going to be happy drafting black-red. Let's take a Rooftop. And there's this pack, which is fine as well. Probably just going to take a dual land. I don't think Ballroom Brawlers is that great. It's not too different from just like Speakeasy Server, the 5-mana 3/3 flyer that gains a bunch of life, but this doesn't have any evasion. It's a fine blocker, and can sometimes can be okay. The life gain and first strike is a little bit annoying, but I still think we just take the dual land. And yeah, shift the pack. And just take another dual land. Not seeing any exciting cards here. All just kind of fine filler. None of these cards are particularly exciting. Take the land here. It's still not guaranteed that we end up in base white, white blue, or white green, but we'll see. Probably just take Revelation. Rocco Cabaretti can be interesting. If we end up like green white base, we can splash red for it. But Revelation just keeps us in white, and is a pretty good pump trick. Just the combat tricks in this format are just so good, and the life link is really relevant. Plus the flying, so take a Revelation, stay on point. And hopefully white is open in the next pack. In this format, you're either base white, base blue, or base black. Those are the three options, and then hopefully you don't end up base green or base red, because you're kind of locked into those two color combinations in a sense, since you know, green red is just so bad. You just want to actively avoid it. Okay, there's a Metamorphosis late. I guess I'll take it over Venom Connoisseur, which I don't think is all that impressive. Over Fake Your Own Death, over Initiates. So hopefully we end up blue-white again. Or blue-black, we'll see. It might even splash for his Jewel Thief, is just a good card. I mean, could just take a Expendable. I guess that makes sense. I don't care about Courier's Briefcase. It is a 2-drop for a green-white deck, but it's still just a 1/1 citizen. And if you can't pay the 5 colors to sack and draw 3, it's kind of underwhelming. So just take Expendable. There's also late Glamorous Outlaw for our blue-black control deck. And then there's a late Fake Your Own Death. There's also late Foreign Family. I don't know, am I gonna make a hard pivot into green-white? Not sure. Maybe I just take Fake, just in case we end up black. I just didn't see a lot of amazing green cards. I'm just gonna take a Fake Your Own Death. And then, I don't know, take a Backstreet Bruiser as a random 2-drop if we need one. Take a random Sewer Croc. Revelers is kind of interesting too. I've seen some light green cards, but these are, again, just not exciting green cards. Green is just not very good in this format, so you can see how they're just all... Alright, next, there's also Citizen and Fairy Vandal. Wow, this is rough. The best card in this pack is by far Omnixilis. And if we end up blue-black splashing red, is quite powerful, but then we will have to make a complete pivot. And we're nowhere near red, so it's probably just between these two. And then between these two, it's probably just Fairy Vandal. It's still just a very good card. Omnix is a very good card too, but it's not like a game-ending bomb. It's a very good one though. And then, yeah, I don't really want to move into a 4th color. I might regret this if I end up blue-black, but I mean, still, it's likely we end up blue-white anyways. So just gonna take Fairy Vandal. There's also Citizens Crowbar to stay maybe base white. Maybe, because green did seem fairly open in the previous pack, but blue also seemed kind of open. I don't know, I think this is just more flexible and better. I'm just gonna take Fairy Vandal. Shipping it on Nixilis feels bad, but hey, Rafine's Informant's nice. Over not much else. So maybe just end up base blue-white again. Hopefully not play Croc or Backstreet Bruiser. Not sure about splashing Jewel Thief either. It's a good card, but I don't know about splashing for a Fixer. And then we have some Kanai fodder. Alright, Lagrella, although there's Celestial Regulator. Lagrella is pretty good, but I think for consistency's sake, we just want a Celestial Regulator. Could use a 2nd copy, and this will have to be on the splash. It's definitely a better card than Celestial, but it's still like, I don't know, we still have to pick up more fixing for it, and there's a chance this could wheel. Oh, there's also Hold for Ransom, but I think Celestial Regulator is just too good to pass them, so I'll take another one, and then just hopefully be base blue-white. Maybe get a pick 5 Sanctuary Warden, who knows. And then, ooh, Swooping Protector isn't bad. I like Swoopy. I mean, don't have any 4-drops. There's also Hold for Ransom. I also wouldn't mind a Broker's Hideout for more fixing, but still gotta take the playable here. I'm just gonna take Swooping Protector. I've been pretty impressed with this card. It's okay mostly, but it still just has overperformed. We just want to end the game with flying, of course, so having extra flyers with counters on is nice. I wouldn't mind a hold for ransom, though. It can really shut the opponent down while we're trying to race in the air. Ooh, Psychic Pickpocket. What's this doing? Pick 5. Alright, instead of a Pick 5 Warden, we get a Psychic Pickpocket. Definitely not a Warden, but still very good. And yeah, that's definitely one of the best uncommons in the set, like top 5. And yeah, it's also monocolor, so this card's great. So we'll take a Psychic Pickpocket over third Lagrella that we would have had, but I still think we want Pickpocket. I also don't mind Hypnotic Grifter. The best card in this pack is by far Corpse Grazer, but I don't mind a Hypnotic Grifter since we have some good Kanai fodder. Decent in the late game since you can discard some lands. It's an okay uncommon. It's not by far anything amazing, but in the late game it can be pretty decent. Early game it can hold off 1/1 tokens. Not amazing of a blocker though. And then here this pack is just medium. Probably just take a dual land here because we could use some blue-white fixing. Don't need a second Lackey. Speakeasy, hopefully we can pick up some better 5-drops later. Take the Skybridge Towers. So blue-white splashing green. Alright, Make Disappear is nice, although there's Adjudicators, but I probably just want my first copy of Make Disappear. It's just so efficient in this format. Plays very well Fairy Vandal and Swooping Protector, and hopefully some more instant speed stuff we pick up. So I'll take a Make Disappear. And then nothing much else here. This seems pretty good. So we're at like, what, 14 cards? And then just take a Boon of Safety. So, yeah, blue-white seems decent. White slightly cut off, as you can tell, but I think we can still make it happen. I think it's a little bit too late to pivot off into like blue-black. It's going to require like a huge pivot. But, seems pretty good. Majestic Metamorphosis. Alright, we can take Mage's Attendance, even though we're stacked at 3. I still think it's just it's kind of close between these two. Pack 1, pick 1. If I might actually at this point take Shakedown Heavy over Mage's Attendance. I don't know. I've been kind of liking black a little. I mean, white is obviously better than black by a lot to commons and uncommons, but it feels like white just gets consistently cut off in the in this set now, and it could be reasonable to start with a black card and then just try to end up blue-black or black-red. But we're still just going to take Mage's Attendant here because we're more locked into white than black, and this is a good uncommon, so we'll take it here. Alright, there's Adjudicators, Windshield Agents, Knockout Blow. So dual land, not going to take second Shakedown Heavy, so someone's going to be pretty happy. So given my plethora of 3-drops already, I'm not sure if I even want a Windshield Agent or Knockout Blow. Like, both of these are fine. Could use a good 5-drop like Adjudicators, because we don't have much. And I prefer this over Speakeasy Server, so I'll take it over Windshield Agent and Knockout Blow. Then random 2-drop doesn't hurt. Not much else here, but someone drafting black is going to be happy with double Shakedown Heavy. Crowsbar, alright, perfect. We'll have a hold for ransom or run out of town, but not gonna pass up a very good 2-drop. And of course, we all know this set's all about aggression in 2-drops. So, Citizen's Crowbar seems good. Veteran could be cuttable. Don't have many 4s. I could just take this random Paragon. Not sure if I'll be playing it though. I'm not a big fan of Quick Draw. It's fine. Like in the last previous matchup we used it, but even then it's underwhelming. Like, these are all just medium cards. Don't even care about the Rumor Gatherer. Just take Paragon Modernity. We need that extra 4-drop flyer, which isn't great, but still reasonable. And then, I don't know, just take Initiate. over and another Initiates over Shattered Seraph. And then, alright, pack's drawing up. I don't mind Little Chat though. We have Expendable Lackey we can stack, so maybe some creatures that gets targeted by removal. We can utilize this. So yeah, packs are drawing up. Best card is like Civil Servant here, but we're just blue-white, I think. And then Backup Agent's nice, although there's a second Spara's Adjudicators, but it's still very important to take up the 2 drops, I think, in this set. So we'll take a Backup Agent over Adjudicators, as much as I like the Adjudicators. We just need to fill up our 2 drops. Not much else here. Not much else here. And then we're at 20 cards. Can add in the Broker's Veteran, Initiate, Extreme Cruiser. I think we can just use a Paragon on 4 because we're lacking 4s. Not that it's a good card, but I think we take it. And then we can even throw in like a random Case of Joint to fill up the 4-drop department a little bit more as well. Ooh, Ryan Talon pick 12 is great, so we'll take this. And then we just need one more playable. Can throw in a random Broker's Veteran, can even throw in Case of Joint. We'll see what our creature count is in a moment, 13. So let's see. This deck is fine. Can run a single green source and we should be fine. I mean, let's see how much we're playing. I guess we need to find our last playable, so yeah, this deck doesn't seem all that bad. I guess the Citizen Scroll Bar counts as a creature, so that makes 14. What else? Not much. I mean, 14 should be fine. Otherwise, what's the final playable? I don't care about the Sewer Croc in this deck. Could run just an extra flyer like Obscura Initiate. It seems better than like Broker's Veteran. Like, do I actually need any more 2s? We might need an extra 2-drop, but it's not like this card's fantastic by any means. So is the Obscura Initiate. It's also just kind of medium. You can also just take a random Case of Joint. 4-mana draw 2, although that's kind of underwhelming still. Yeah, do I really want 4-mana draw 2 in this type of deck? Our curve isn't really that high. We have some conniving going on already with Hypnotic Grifter. Probably just want to lower our curve. Let's just take an Initiate. I could use an extra evasive creature to close out the game. And yeah, I guess that's fine. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 5 2-drops to make disappear, and I guess these are also just 1-drops, so our early game seems fine. I probably don't need the Broker's Veteran. Yeah, we could use some extra evasion, so having the extra Obscure Initiate seems good, and then what's our mana base looking like? Could go 9 blue sources, or even, but probably 8 white sources, so 5, 6, 7, 8, 7, 8. Do I cut a forest? I mean, we have double Adjudicators to fix. We don't have any fetch lands though, so maybe it's fine just going 8/8, kind of with double forest, and hopefully we don't draw too many forest. Yeah, it could be fine. Yeah, just to keep things consistent here, because this, if we count this as a green spell, this is like ideally you want 2 extra sources for the amount of creatures that you have. So for example, if you have 2 green creatures here on a splash, you want at least 4 sources of mana, and this way improves our Paragon of Modernity slightly. So we'll try it again, see how it goes. Okay, so it's a pick 5 Pickpocket instead of the Warden, so we'll give this a shot. Alright, well, it's okay. Can keep up Make Disappear on 2, hopefully we get a 3rd land drop. I'll try it. We have our color fixing at the very least, so I can't really complain. And then hopefully we can get a nice 3-0 with this, and yeah, do another draft. I think we keep up the counter spell. It's just mana efficient, and the 2-drop can be kind of annoying here. No 2-drops, alright. So we could run out Hypnotic Rifter and then keep up Fairy Vandal plus make the spear. I think it's fine. I like how this plays well with the counter spells. Instead of running out the Mage's Attendant. Because I might want the extra mana with the Mage's Attendant, but now we can counter the Larcenist. I mean, it's kind of like this full spell, but at least the 2-1 flyer doesn't stick around, so this is good. And we can set up a board, the Celestial Regulator can maybe tap something down and apply some more pressure, so. Swooping Protector, Quasar. Alright, Quasar's annoying. Any ways to deal with Quasar? I could tap it down and attack, but then, yeah, I think we have to do that just because we're mana inefficient here. And then it's gonna keep going hard to gaining life, but this can at least apply a little more pressure. But this is annoying. So I'm hoping we get our 4th land. If not, might just have to run out Vandal next turn and start conniving. Right, this is bad, so he has a nice connive plan going on here. 3-4 flyer, plus gonna keep draining me with the Quasar. It's not looking good. At least this can still block the 2-3, but the 3-4 can attack back, which is kind of annoying. Revelation isn't bad. Yeah, I don't mind Revelation with the Mage's Attendants. Let's attack with both of these. And I'm hoping the 3-4 blocks the 3-2. If not, do I use Revelation now? Probably just let damage happen, flash the Fairy Vandal end of turn. I mean, killing this isn't bad since he won't be able to attack me for 2. This way I can get rid of flyer that's blocking, so maybe it's okay. This card's pretty annoying. About Blitz, very interesting too. I guess I could have chump blocked it. Right, a tap land, not really what I want, but it's better than nothing. We can attack for 2. And then maybe double block the 4-4 or trumpets. And flash the Fairy Vandal end of turn, so we'll see. I can set maybe run out of town on Girder Goons by chumping, who knows. Midnight Assassin can hold off the flyers, so I guess we need to save the run out of town for the Midnight Assassin. A little chat without casualty, interesting. So all this main phased. And then we can flash in the Fairy Vandal. And then I wish Swooping Protector can block this. I'm fine double blocking the Girder Goons for sure here. It's just too much damage I can't avoid. He does make a 2-2, but it's fine. So do I want a Swooping Protector, or just run out of town? There's also Ravines Informant. I mean, or just pass the turn, again, use Swooping and keep up run out of town. Maybe that's fine. Like, I mean, I could also trade the 2-3 for the 1-2 and attack, so maybe that was okay as well. But now I can splash and Swooping to ambush maybe the token, and then attack with both flyers next turn. Chrome Cat's fine too. I could also run out of town this just to annoy him slightly, maybe that's okay. Keeps a card on top, so yeah, let's just get rid of this Midnight Assassin. I keep it on top. Yep, he does keep it on top, and then we can connive away a land. If we get another land, then we can connive in a turn. Ligrella isn't bad. I do like Ligrella. Let's just Ligrella here. And then answer the Quasar, and then exile our informants. So then we can get some more triggers with it if it happens, and then some performance. Fine, attacking with a regulator on the 1-2, take 3. And we can even ambush this next turn, so we'll take 3. Night Grifter can also grow this. But probably just gonna keep up swooping next turn. Majestic is okay. I think we're fine attacking for 2. And then I don't mind a trade here. Hopefully no fake your own death. No. Right, and then now we can flash in the Swooping Protector and push the Chrome Cat. Opponent a pretty decent Esper deck. Underdog is fine. I actually don't mind him liking it. Just for 3 here. I could also just ambush with the Swooping Protector, to be honest. But yeah, let's just ambush here. And then fight taking 3 because he'll be losing life on the way back anyways. I guess that's lethal, right? No, that's not lethal, is it? Yeah, I guess it is, unless he has interaction. So what we can do here is we can Majestic Metamorphosis, fly over, and kill him. Not sure, I mean, this is all end step, right? So I guess he has room removal for Ligrella. I mean, we're still lethal here. That's still lethal, but he doesn't get the draw card. And then I get to connive here to throw the Fairy Band. No, he doesn't throw the Fairy Band, never mind. Yeah, just get rid of this. And just kill him here with the Majestic. And that's lethal. So, pretty decent blue-black deck. A bunch of chunky playables, but some of the cards are pretty good, so... Yep. Alright, so now what? Didn't see a whole ton of interaction. There is a Boon of Safety, but he has a -3 and -3, so that doesn't line up well. I think we just run it back, honestly. Quaza's a bit of a problem, but none of these cards really do much against Quaza. So, just run it back. Just gotta play smart against his opponent. This hand is, again, kind of similar. I still think I keep this, and hopefully we don't flood out too much, because I like to have 3 colors in my opening hand, so we'll try it on the draw. Alright, would love to have a backup agent on 2. So it goes to show how 2-drops are very important in this set. Grifter is not a 2-drop, but yeah, it's reasonable. I don't want to trade her because it'll give him a treasure, so I'm probably fine just taking 2, running out Regulator to block one next turn. And then maybe I guess I'm fine attacking for 1. You can see him make disappear here. Yeah, I still don't want to trade, so just attack for 1. And then take 2 on the way back. Hopefully no Quaza. As I say that, he plays a Quaza. Okay. And I guess I'll attack for 1 and, because I don't plan on blocking with the 1-2. And then probably just take 3 here. Maybe we can set up a Revelation next turn and hopefully ambush this interesting attack with a Halo Scarab. Alright, I guess he has a removal spell here, so maybe, that deal gone bad, so... Right, at least he got some value off the villain, but we'll be taking it to the meeting, so that's unfortunate. Maybe need to set up a double block against this. Paragon's also fine. I'm kind of liking the Lackey to trade off, and then we can keep up the mana to activate activate the Hypnotic Rifter. We could also double block this and try something cute. Do I want to risk it though? I mean, the damage is adding up here. And I kind of need to make a play. Echo Inspector, okay, I'm hoping he doesn't have anything because I think I'm going to go for the double block and use the Revelation to kill Quasar. So I'm hoping he attacks with both. And then I hope I don't get punished here. Otherwise I guess we'll be trading. Alright, we'll trade. I could also block with the Hypnotic Rifter. I would have to discard a non-land permanent, but that doesn't seem great, so I mean I could activate this first. Maybe I should activate it first. Alright. A little bit of misplay there. Alright, discard land. I would love a 1/1 the creature of a counter on to fly over a Revelation and ambush. That Majestic Metamorphosis isn't bad, alright. I guess we'll just say go, use Majestic to ambush Echo Inspector, hopefully. Or maybe Quasar. Not sure which one is scarier, probably Quasar. Yeah, probably Quasar needs to go. The flyer is annoying, but... Alright, so that's gonna eat up one of my pump spells here. I guess I might as well use Majestic right now, just to deny him an attack, and alright. Well, this would have been great if he had less mana, so... Just let this resolve. Probably ease my Revelation here, and I can still connive end of turn. Or I can just connive away, make this appear. But the land is also just kind of... I mean, the land will allow me to play my 4-drop and pump, but it still doesn't block the 3/4 well, so... Yeah, Paragon not doing well in this scenario. So that was a nice little nibble larcenous, but I still think this was the right thing to do. Just gonna keep conniving away lands. Should have kept Forest to discard, so... That's maybe not great. Set up a double block on Quasar, but I guess we'll be dead. Are we? No, we can fall down to 1. The 3/4 can attack. I don't know if I want to even pump the Paragon. Probably just connive with the Hypnotic Rifter end of turn to find some more action. Maybe a better blocker against this Echo Inspector or something. Alright, decides to attack with all, so I think we just gotta kill Quasar here, so... I'll just go for this terrible block and hope we don't get blown out by an instant speed trick. And we'll probably get blown out by an instant speed trick here. Yep. Resolve, so we just need a flyer to maybe hold the line, or we need 2 of them. Oh, never mind. That's like one of the best cards in the entire set, so... We had that last game, and now the opponent has it. So it's probably just GG's here. Yeah, this Paragon just is not a great card. And we probably just need a Broker's Veteran now onto... we need some early game. It's just not going to cut it. Or maybe I shouldn't have kept such a rough hand. I mean, yeah, honestly, there's nothing else in this package that's too exciting. Maybe I just ditched the Paragon, just throw in a Sewer Crocodile. But it's just almost as bad. Yeah, we're really just a Flyers deck, so I think we just keep it as it is. Or just run the extra 2-drop. Maybe I just don't need a little chat. It's a good card, but... We're not really like a sacrifice deck. We have some casualties. I mean, we're going to connive this stuff away anyways, and we're going to use Rooftop Nuisance to stack. So I think a little chat can go, and we can run in a Broker's Veteran. Get that extra 2-drop so we can maybe apply a little bit more pressure earlier. So... on the play, and Hypnotic Rifter into Brokers, although we need to run our tap lands out. Seems okay. Run tap land into maybe untap land, we'll see. So tap land or untap land here, probably just run out tap land. Well, the Hypnotic's not too different from just a Broker's Veteran. And Halo Scarab. Probably fine just running Initiate here, since this can be valuable, more valuable later. And I'm fine taking 2. Not gonna block a Halo Scarab. We can run out Brokers and pump an attack for 2 next turn just to be mana efficient as well. And then this can trade for Halo Scarab maybe. Or a Chrome Cat that seems maybe better. keep up Revelation if something goes bad. Or just pump the Obscure Initiates. Interesting. I think I'm supposed to attack and gain life here, actually. This seems fine. It doesn't really keep up the trick, but I don't think I need it at this point. Just trade for a 2-1. And since he has that -3/-3 ability, I might want to give another creature indestructible or a low encounter. Probably the initiate here, so attack. So that's a really interesting attack. So he might have the trick. So either way, I think we still put it on the. I guess we can put it on Grifter instead of Initiates. Although this does line well with the Assassin. Yeah, we'll put it here. And then we can still tap this down. And I really want the Revelation. Revelation does protect my creature here, but it could be suspicious. I think we still keep it up though. Because he could just use a main phase and we can still attack with these two and then keep up Revelation. And I mean, we can still gain life next turn and attack. Or use Hypnotic Grifter to connive. Cast, alright. Do I respect the goons? I don't think so. I think we're fine activating this to help breaks and then end of turn, maybe connive, take 4. Or take 6. I guess we can still take 6. We're kind of ahead with the life gain anyway, so. And I might want to keep up this Revelation against, again, the -4/-4, -3/-3 ability again. I can also block with the Grifter here and then connive to mess with the Scarab, but he's only attacking for 4, so that's okay. Just having a nice mana sink in the late game is pretty decent. And this set doesn't have a lot of mana sink, so hopefully it doesn't have the -3/-3 here. But we're just going to have Grifter. And I guess we can discard the Rafine's Guidance and play it next turn. Or just play for 1 mana. I probably just want to hold on to land for now. And then, run out land, use this on Obscure Initiates, and then if he uses the -4/-4, we can run out the Revelation here. Yep, he has it. Out of the way. Alright, that's worse. Alright, that's annoying, so probably just attack for 2. If I just run this out again, I guess we'll just pass the turn, just run it out again. Let's go. And we can Revelation with Hypnotic Grifter too, against the Girder Goons if we want to. Or use on Echo Spectre. And this Midnight Assassin is actually doing a decent amount of blocking here. It's not a great card, but like the fact that it's holding off my flyers is kind of annoying. So discards Quasar, and probably can't afford to double block here. Just pass the turn. Majestic isn't bad too. So probably fine attacking with both, using Revelation. And we should be okay. Or Majestic, they're both close. Yeah, probably just use Majestic because the life gain is better for one encounter, so I'm hoping this resolves. And it does, so that's good. And then, yeah, we might as well gain life here since we can cast one of our non-creature spells, so it seems okay. And then keep up my mana as I go. So do I want to block and use Revelation here? Maybe it's okay. Doesn't seem to have any tricks last turn. 4 damage is going to add up, and I can gain some life, so I think I go for it. Alright, hope and pray. If not, then we get 2 for 1, but maybe we can Majestic and draw a card, I don't know. Alright, this was good. Alright. And then we can either fly over, deal 5. Warden, never mind. Alright, so the game's still not over. This is a problematic card. I can run out of town, but then he just draws it again. I might have to do this just to apply pressure because we're not going to get anywhere if we just stay back all day. So I think we do this and then try to attack for as much damage as possible. And just try to end the game quickly. And then... yeah, we'll say go. And this puts him on the back foot, so... it's kind of crappy because he has a really good blocker and he draws an extra card, but... I still think it was kind of the right play to do. Could have also just taken the hits. Probably has a removal spell here, probably a murder. Yeah, probably a murder here. Yeah, it's hard to beat the best card in the entire set. He punches in for that much. Alright, I guess we can connive here. Or we can stack some lands. Which is probably reasonable too, but it's a lot of mana to invest. So. Let's just do this. Ooh, Regulator. Alright, Regulator isn't bad. Yeah, I guess we're still in the game. Alright, that could be lethal next turn. If I can Rafine's Guidance on my Regulator. So I'm probably not going to block anything, and then hope he just doesn't have a big flyer. Or 2 removal spells, Quasar, alright, but he's not drawing cards with it. So, we're getting close. Alright, so do I just block the 2/2 here? I think I do. Alright, so this could be very close. Rooftop Nuisance isn't bad either. Yeah, we could also just sack our Hypnotic Rifter, honestly. Or just attack with both. Is there a reason to Rafine's Guidance here? Not really. Could be bluffing. Yeah, I think we, I guess there's an untap trick, but then he can still untap it, so I think we just attack. And, I mean, if I use the Rafine's Guidance, the thing is, if he has a removal spell, he can, waste my turn. Alright, the kill shot, not great, but we put down and then I don't, so then we can put him down to 4 next turn, so we probably just want a Rooftop Nuisance here. Main phase. Just tap down. And keep up and make disappear, that's not bad. Guess we can even Guidance now. And a Guidance on the regular seems fine. And say go. You can go up to 3 life here with the sack land, but I'm hoping he doesn't have Midnight Assassin. Alright, that's annoying. Very close match, but yeah, this is just not good, and he can just strain me again, so I need this. I need something really good off the top. Another interaction spell can help me seal the game. Ooh, Adjudicators, alright, nice. Yeah, good games. It's a very nice top deck. And then it's not often you defeat a Sanctuary Warden with always a Midnight Assassin, but sometimes you just gotta go for it. And then yeah, this is game over. Wow, can't believe we even won that, to be honest. And that was a pretty rough first opponent to face against, so that was a really good top deck. Alright, so still a long way to go, and the first match was long, so let's keep playing. He'll be on play, and then yeah, Rafine's Informant seems fine. On 2, and then hopefully we can keep up Make Disappear along with Protector or something else. And I'm fine probably just discarding a land here. Majestic is fine too, but we'll discard a Plains. I Ideally, you want to discard non-land and start hitting for 3, but these are all just good spells, so we'll keep up on make disappear next turn. Or just run out Initiates. I think we want to keep on make disappear in case he has a Jewel Thief. Jewel Thief is pretty annoying on turn 3, so we'll keep this up. No Jewel Thief, right? So we can still keep up our counter spells. And select 2. And passes, so opponent's just not hitting any creatures here. So this is not likely something like this happens, but we'll have to discard in turn, I guess he does. Guidance makes sense, alright. So we can still run out 2-drop and keep up the make disappear. Paragon, but I can't keep up Majestic. I mean, I can't keep up Majestic either way. So, I don't know, I guess we attack first and see what's up. Could be a Depopulate next turn. But I draw a card against assist and will allow me to draw a card because it's green-white. I think this can stick around. I don't know, let's just run out the Paragon. It's not great, but it's not like I can play to make disappear along with without a second blue source, so populate just exhibition. And then if we get land, we can just win the game here, I guess, since we can just pump the Paragon. I guess we can just move the equipment and pump the Paragon. So I guess that works. So first things first, let's move the equipment. And then just pump the Paragon. And that's game. Can't think of anything with single green that can ambush me here. There's like Fort of Family, but that's pretty much it. But I mean, Fort of Family doesn't give the creature reach, so I can't think of anything, and this is just game over. No. Pretty unexciting turn of events for the opponents, but alright, let's see. This opponent has a bunch of 1/1s, so I don't think I care about the Broker's Veteran as much. Still a fine 2-drop, but we're going to be on a draw this match, so yeah, I think we just leave it as it is. Could see the argument for Backstreet Bruiser. Maybe ditched a little chat. Backstreet Bruiser just lines up very nicely against a lot of the creatures that he might have. And then we can just cut a little chat. Paragon's also just not amazing either. I mean, this card is just kind of whatever. Maybe I just run a little chat over the Paragon. Yeah, I just don't care about the card. Let's just run a little chat. And then, yeah, hopefully we have enough creatures to close out. This should be fine. I mean, it's possible they want to flyer if the opponent's running all those, like, random dorky ground creatures. This hand isn't great. I'm gonna mulligan. And this hand is also not great, but I'll keep. And then I don't mind just kind of liking all this stuff. Might just bomb a little chat, actually, since I can just Hypnotic Grifter away these cards. And that can be kind of my card advantage over a little chat, so try this. And I don't want to run out the Expendable Lackey, because I can just connive it away later and just run out the Hypnotic Grifter. Wait till turn 3 to keep up the activations. I think this card's okay, though. It's not Larder Zombie Chris Wong, if you're hearing this. It's just a fine card advantage engine in the late game. Alright, so hopefully no scary 2-drop. Most likely he's going to be Gem Mirror's Fixer with those 2 colors. And then we can attack for 1, keep up Make Disappear. And then next turn we can start conniving if we want to. If it's just a 2/2, I don't really care. Since Grifter can then block. There's a Strangle, I think we counter that since Grifter is just important with these connive cards. And then I could just connive next turn to just get an attack across for 2 as a 2/3 and generate some card advantage and value. So I'll also opponent missed the land drop, right? So let's just connive here. Then probably Lackey can go since we can play that out next turn. And then run it out with backup agents, which I don't mind. And then I might actually hold on to this for Psychic Pickpockets. So we'll see. Spence turn 2 just fixing wild, so this is not really looking like an exciting game of Magic. Right, let's just run this. Spend the Lackey. I think I put a counter on the Lackey over 50. I mean on the fish because it's unblockable. It's not an extra point, but then this is gonna be a problem that he needs to contend with later. Exhibition Magician, we can bounce a token or bounce the Exhibition. Probably just bounce a token here. I could also rooftop, but this is fine. And then we can immediately attack, and then if this trades, it's a trade down, so it's probably not a block he wants to make. So now I can just sacrifice my backup agents and take it from there. If I get a land, I can also run out the blue mana. I guess I can run out Obscure Initiates. I think I'm fine tapping these two down and then sacrificing the backup agents here. And this way you can't tap this for treasure, and then Civil Servant's also just not great. And then fine attacking with all, run out the Obscure Initiates. And yeah, he has a chump here, which isn't great for him, so. Unless he runs out Depopulate, we should be fine. Right. What's this? I guess he has a couple pump tricks to show off. Wow. Yeah, a bunch of pump tricks. Alright. Yeah, just the red-green deck just doesn't... Like, you could play red-green aggro, but it's just way worse than red-black aggro. I would just avoid, like, red and green as a starting color. Unless you get, like, past some, like, multiple Civil Servants and Jewel Thieves. Yeah, you could be in, like, maybe green-white or something, but it's just those are the two worst colors, and they're not very flexible too either. So at least blue, black, and white, you have a lot more options. I think blue is definitely the more flexible because you can still end up blue, black, or blue, white. But white is just the best color. Black is just kind of in the middle somewhere. It's medium. Right, hopefully this final opponent can give us a win. Expendable Lackey is fine with Rooftop. I think it's okay. I mean, we can also connive this away, so we'll try this. We'll see if we want to run this out turn 1. Maybe it's fine. Maybe it's fine. It's not great, but it's going to be turn 5 until I discard this, so this is okay. Another red-green deck, so we'll still have realized it, I guess, so. Let's also cycle this Nuisance, although this would be more effective if I drew 2 with its. I could also keep a Revelation to trade for the 3/3. One actually gets a Jewel Thief on curve. Yeah, I could like tap this down for a turn hit for 1 and then keep up my counter spells and stuff next turn. I think that's okay. I don't think I'm sacrificing, even though I can draw 2 cards. Black is pretty important with the Revelation. And next turn we can keep up our shenanigans to maybe counter something good and block and trade 2 for 1 ourselves against the best green common. It could also be annoying if House of Treasure. So this doesn't seem great. The problem is that he can just stack his treasure now and mess with my expendable lackey, so I think I just say go and probably just have to take the hit here. I'm hoping the 2-2 maybe attacks, so then I can ambush the 2-2 and kill it, as opposed to the Jewel Thief. But both of these are equally as bad, but this is probably going to be more bad in the long run. So, yeah, we'll see. Yeah, I probably just have to take 3 here. It's too ambitious to try to ambush. Otherwise, this is just going to punish me severely. So, opponent might actually have the red-green deck here. Yeah, I think we gotta counter that. I could also bounce it, but then he's going to be forced to replay it. And I won't have counterspell active that turn. I mean, it could still be fine. But I need to deal with it eventually. I don't know. I think we must counter it now. It's kind of annoying. And then I guess I could just bounce the treasure just to annoy him a bit. I just don't want to contend with a 5-4. Swooping Protector that can ambush the Power Sledge Arsonist. So I could wait. I can also just mess with his treasure, which is also not a bad idea, so I think I like that. Trade for the Jewel Thief, hopefully. Next turn we could keep our Revelation with Swooping Protector if we play an untapped land, so that's also an interesting play. Second Jewel Thief, right, so he's not running out of gas. I think we have to block the Jewel Thief and try to ambush the Arsonist next turn. Just a quick draw dagger, that's pretty bad. Yeah, multiple Jewel Thieves I guess is a reason to go for that green, but run out of town, also not great. I think we just pass here. Maybe we just Swooping Protector and Revelation and ambush. So we can gain a bit of life and then take out the 4-4, which is difficult to block. And then hopefully find more ways to deal with this, but this is a lot of pressure. So this is a game where I definitely need to get on board. I probably need Backstreet Bruiser in this matchup against the Jewel Thieves as well. And then I probably don't want that much 1 toughness since the Power Sledge Arsonist can ping away my threats. So, yeah, it's not easy. Yeah, I probably just need to go for the block and ambush, otherwise I'm never going to deal with this 4-4. Even though this will stick around and be pretty annoying if you make any more treasures. So, it's going to be rough. Strong arm here, it's also kind of annoying. I guess I can now bounce the Jewel Thief next turn. Probably just need to take the hits. I think we just need to do this here. Ambush the 4-4. Gain some life and then run out of town to 5-5 next turn. So I think we need to make this block. Otherwise, again, we're not going to deal with the 4-4 and we need some life gain, so... Might attach it onto the Jewel Thief next turn. We can maybe bounce it, but then he makes a treasure again. Alright, does it on the 3-3. Give me some good top decks. Fiend's Guidance seems okay. Yeah, I can see myself running out of guidance here. And then I don't think I run out the expendable, just keep up, run out of town, so go block the 3-3, bounce the 5-5. And a removal spell, that's not great, so he gets to make a treasure here, so we're not in a good spot. And the Sticky Fingers, I could bounce the Power Sledge Arsonist, but this is just so much damage. I mean, this can start activating itself. It's probably still right to bounce this Arsonist, although I'll be taking 5. Yeah, I think this is the right thing to do. I'm never going to deal with the counters from the Jewel Thief, so it's not great, and he gets to make a treasure, but It's kind of a necessary evil. Metamorphosis with Expendable Lackey, although this has Menace, so it's still not great, so I probably just need to sack a card, sack a draw card here. And then hopefully top deck something better next turn. Maybe I'll be taking 3, and then I need a good stabilizer. So I could see myself running the Croc in this matchup since the 4/6 body lines up pretty well. And he doesn't have a ton of removal. I probably just want to run a bunch of 3/3 Backstreet Cruisers against this deck. And then try to win in the skies with my flyers. Scare Initiate seems okay. And I probably just want to Guidance onto it, although Majestic can be okay as well. Then he can activate at instant speed. He has really no incentive to really block here. But I still need to keep up that instant speed because if I Guidance, he can just, I guess I'll have to double block here. I guess I'm just dead. Never mind, I'm just dead because he can just ping me actually with the Power Sledge Arsonist and there's not much I can do. Alright, so we need to make some adjustments. Little chat can probably go. Probably cut the Obscure Initiates and Paragon. I probably need to run a Backstreet Bruiser in this deck. I mean, Little Chat can definitely go here. Do I want to random 4/6? It is a good ground blocker, but it is 6 mana, which is quite expensive, and we're on to play this game, so not sure if I actually want the Sewer Proc, to be honest. I probably don't want the Paragon because the Strangles are just very good against it. Maybe I just run double Backstreet Bruiser and take it from there, or maybe we just have to run the Sewer Croc. Maybe Sewer Croc is fine. It gives me a good top-end stabilizer. And yeah, all my creatures tend to be pretty low on the toughness, so we could also just cut the Guidance here too, run another Backstreet Bruiser. Maybe that's fine as well, just to get more toughness in play. And then the Grifter Lackey seems okay. There's also this Guidance, which is again fine. Yeah, I think we run it like this, just put as much toughness as we can. Clog up the ground against the Jewel Thieves and take it from there. And the mana base, yeah, still slightly favoring blue, 7/8, 5/6, 7/8. I could cut a white source now. Maybe I can cut a white, get away with cutting a white. Although we also need to hit our blue sources as well. But, yeah, we could go 9, 5, 6, 7, 8. And maybe we still need to go 8. Yeah, we still need 8 white sources here. Cut a green source? Nah, no, let's just do it like this. Maybe I can run the Guidance because it's just good with the 3/3 Backstreet Bruisers. Yeah, maybe that's better, huh? Alright, this hand seems okay. Run out Fairy Bando and then curve out into Ravines and Forelands. Get some card advantage going. Could also run this out first. Set up a Celestial, but I think it's better to have a counter on the Fairy Bando. And then maybe it's fine conniving away one Backstreet Bruiser, even though I know I'm up against a bunch of Jewel Thieves. Maybe I should not land out first. Alright, let's just run this out. I think I keep Revelation because I might need the life gain this matchup, and then I hate getting rid of this, but maybe this is necessary. Or maybe one Backstreet Bruiser can go. Maybe one Backstreet can go. Then we can attack for 2, and I'll take 2 from the Venom Connoisseur since the 3/2 lines up pretty nicely against the Jewel Thieves. It's possible he also has a Quick Draw Dagger on turn 3, so I might not want to block this at all. And this is also good with Revelation of Power and good with the Celestial Regulator, so I think this is okay. Alright, he's gonna do the Sticky Fingers thing, so I can't block it anyways, but I can shut it down next turn. Could see a Strangle and Fairy Vandal. Suspicious Bookcase, alright, that's a pretty good blocker. Alright, I guess we'll just Regulator, and do I actually shut down the Connoisseur, or do I shut down the Bookcase? The fact that Connoisseur can make a treasure is annoying, so I think I shut down the Connoisseur, and then we're fine just attacking for 2. And then maybe set up a run out town on the Venom Connoisseur, we'll see. And this is a pretty good blocker as well. Jewel Thief, pretty good Nemesis. We can keep a run out town next turn, right? I don't hate that. So I'll probably just attack for 4 in the air. And then if we can block it, if he has a trick, we can run it out of town or run out of town on the Venom Connoisseur. So this is fine. We could have also run out Bastard Bruiser, kept that Revelation. That could also be an option. I think I'm going to block the Jewel Thief and see what's up. Let's see the knife and costume. Bounce this. And the trade here is fine too. I have a dagger still, dagger, so I'm happy to trade. Don't know why he's looking at the graveyard. Could have a splashed black spell, maybe a dig up the body. Could also have a kill shot here too. Have it ready, alright, so saving a treasure as well, so that's very interesting. Probably just another Jewel Thief, I have to imagine. And we can Bastard Bruiser, maybe trade or keep a Revelation. Swooping can actually ambush a 3-1, so maybe that's fine. Yeah, I can get behind ambushing the 3-1. And then we just want to keep attacking the air to outrace it. So we'll take 3 next turn, ambush it 3-1, and then attack for 6 on the way back. Maybe it will be lethal if we can pump our creature and get away with it, so we'll see. Probably a strong arm, pretty annoying. Alright, so he gets to pump his Jewel Thief, that's fine. I can still ambush Rocco, but I'll be taking 7. And then I might just have to pump to kill him next turn. Might just maybe taps out here so I can end the game. Alright, we'll see. Do I try to end the game here? I mean, it's getting close. I'll see if he has anything, so I'll move the combat and attack. And then he passes priority, so I think I go for the Revelation now. I hope he doesn't have like a punch effect, but he doesn't, so that's good. So he doesn't have a lot of anti-air, it seems like. But a lot of good ground creatures, so we just need to win that way. Alright, that seems good. I don't really like this Obscura Initiate. I know it flies, but it's kind of underwhelming. I might just cut this Expendable Lackey as well. Maybe we just need Rafine's Guidance in this matchup. Again, the Broker's Veteran isn't great. Yeah, this card's also just kind of whatever. I have enough 2s already, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we have enough early game. I probably just want the Initiate anyways. I mean, this could become an unblockable creature, at the very least. The Guidance could be fine, too. Maybe we just don't want the Lackey, just want to take the Guidance for some extra power and toughness. We can get some of our 3 toughness creatures out of range from Strangle, which is interesting. Also, pretty good against the Jewel Thieves if we latch it onto Backstreet Bruiser. So I could see myself cutting the Expendable Lackey, which is not going to do much. Sure, it's an evasive threat that can hit for 1, but that's not the game plan, I don't think. I think the game plan is just to stall and win the game of Flyers against this opponent. And we have enough evasion, I don't think I need a 1-1. So, alright, hopefully this final game we can close out, but we won't be on the place, so... We might be a little bit, we might get out-tempoed here. It's getting so close to our final 3-0, but... Alright, this seems okay. I guess I'll keep it in. We can even connive away to Sewer Clock. I probably just want to keep on making this appear on turn 3 against Jewel Thief. It's just too scary of a card to let stick around, so just counter to Jewel Thief since he has so many of them. No Jewel Thieves, alright, we'll just keep passing the turn until he runs out of Jewel Thief. Or just runs this out against a blind counter this as well. Backstreet Bruiser isn't bad. Alright, I probably just need to maybe get my land drops going, so I'm just going to run out the Rafine's Performance. Then I think I need my land. What do I discard? Maybe Metamorphosis, although Metamorphosis can hit pretty hard. might not be correct, but I think with Baxter Cruiser just weak enough that we just connive it away. And it's at least trades for a Jewel Thief, so that's fine. And he didn't play one out on turn 3, so he might not have it. Strong Arm is a kind of anyway. I could attack and then Metamorphosis, and that's a kill. Or just play Regulator and Citizen, which is probably just better. Alright, I could bounce this to annoy him. I guess that's fine for a turn. And then we're dealing way more damage than the opponent's doing to us. And then he's going to run this out. We can even tap it down Rooftop Nuisance if we want to. The opponent even attacks here, so interesting. I could also Majestic. I think it's fine maybe sacrificing the token, tapping these two down, and then attacking. The 4/5's gonna hit pretty hard, so. And then if we get a land, we can run out of Initiates, and that's pretty good. So let's run this out, attack for 5. And then we can try to end the game next turn, hopefully. Monger is not gonna do much. So I can just, so what I can do here is I can also equip the Crowbar, and then if he has interaction, I can just fly over with my Wings of Form as well. So it's lethal either way, so he would need 2 interaction spells here, and I highly doubt there's much. So, alright. Space against back-to-back red-green opponents. We even defeated an Esper opponent with Sanctuary Warden, so yeah, it goes to show even with just straight up 2 colors without much bombs, you can get there. So I mean, we are splashing for like 1 green card. Forgot what was, I think it was like Rella, right? Yeah, we barely saw her in any of our matchups, but yeah, we got there. Not bad. Paragon definitely underperformed. Honestly, the opponent's hand was just pretty slow in the last match. He didn't really develop his 3-drop at all, so we were able to just swarm him and take him out. But yeah, anyways, not bad, just fine, solid 3-0. So let's run 1 more draft and then maybe make a second Capenna video. So let's get this going again. Alright, let's go. Pack 1, pick 1. This is our 3rd new Capenna draft. We opened up Vivian. I don't think it's an insane bomb mythic, but it's pretty good. Like, if you can get to this in the late game, keep Vivian around, you can just make a bunch of 4/4s, which is usually the case. The +2 and the -+1 abilities are fine, but they're not exciting. I can actually see taking Pack 1, pick 1, Inspiring Overseer over Vivian. It's still probably going to be the pick here, because this just provides a lot of value if it sticks around. Otherwise, like we're looking at Girder Goons, Metropolis Angel, not great, even in blue-whites. Like, if you can run away, if this goes unanswered and you can just attack with a bunch of counters and draw a card, sure, but like, it still like doesn't block well when it comes down, and yeah, it's kind of fragile. There's a lot of ways to punish in this format, but yeah, it would be between Girder Goons and Vivian. It's funny, at this point in the stage, I might actually consider Girder Goons over Vivian, since this keeps me more flexible, and this forces me in green-white, but I can't say no to Vivian. It's just by far better than Girder Goons by a lot, so I'll take Vivian.
Watch out!
I might abandon green though,
I'm
we'll
on
see.
the hunt.
Although, now there's a Luxurious Libation, alright, this card is quite decent. I don't think Ognis is all that great. This is mostly kind of like red-black aggro. It's just a 3/3 haste, that's fine, make some treasures. But again, there's not a lot of great treasure payoffs. Some other good cards include Murder, Body Dropper, and Make Disappear. I think Make Disappear is actually better than Murder, but after taking Vivian, I think Luxurious Libation makes sense. And yeah, this is just a powerful pump trick, can help you close out the game, make a 1/1 citizen. Yeah, it makes sense taking Vivian since there's no exciting white cards in the pack. And then, wow, Civil Servant pick 3. Alright, so this could be the time where we end up actually drafting green finally, over Run Out of Town, which is also quite good, but yeah. Green White, Civil Servant is pretty annoying if you get multiples, and For the Family is a nice pump spell too. So yeah, pretty good too. There's a Body Dropper, Snooping Newsy, but For the Family overperforms, and if you're able to go wide, just 1 mana +4/+4 is a big deal. So it's kind of like a removal spell in a sense, so take a For the Family. Ooh, that's a pretty late Out of the Way. I mean, we can still splash blue for Out of the Way, since it's just a lot more powerful than For the Family. And I don't mind splashing, it's pretty decent splash overall, and even though For the Family is a lot better than Revelation of Power, and it's probably like the 3rd best green common, like, it's actually kind of replaceable if you think about it, because Revelation kind of does a similar role. Definitely a lot better, but Out of the Way is just too good to pass up here, and we can still splash blue, so take it Out of the Way. And Chaldea seems pretty decent too, fine 4-drop, can put a bunch of 1/1 counters onto our creatures. And it seems better than Intended Socialite, which is not too different from any 2-drop. Maybe it gets 1 turn to hit, like for 3 damage or 4, but overall it's just easy to block anyways in this format. Again, a lot of green commons are just kind of whatever. There's also just like Cavalry Charm, but I just took it Out of the Way, so take Chaldea Strong. I think that's fine 4-drop. And then I guess we'll just take a second For the Family. I don't want to have too many pump spells, honestly. I can see the argument for like Speakeasy Server as a fine top-end card, but again, I'm hoping I guess Adjudicators later. So I guess we'll lock in double For the Family and then maybe not pick up too many. And then what's a Run Out of Town doing? No idea. I guess I'll take it here. Although it wouldn't be that exciting of a splash, but it's just the best card. Quick Draw Dagger we can pick up later. And we might even run a Ceremonial Groundbreaker. Hell, we might even end up like blue-green splashing whites. Maybe we end up like Simic and try something different. And not much else here. Take to the Streets is just way too expensive, since we have all these pump spells already. Just take a random Boon of Safety. Might not play it though. There's also Maestro Theater, if we need to pivot to like blue-black, I guess. But green seems fairly open, and we just took a bunch of green cards, so it's hard to imagine. And we can take Broken Wings for the sideboard. So ideally we end up like green-white, but we might have to do some weird green-red thing if white doesn't happen. But green-white can allow us to splash some blue, so yeah, hopefully we get more white in the next pack. And even if we don't end up with a ton of white, we can at least make it viable. Like maybe if we only have like 4 white cards and a bunch of green cards, it should still be okay. Alright, take a Riveteer's Outlook. I don't know, maybe we do end up red-green. Ideally, I just want to be like red-green aggro with a bunch of Jewel Thieves, Blitz creatures. I don't care about the whole treasure synergy thing. Like, you just want to get away with like being this mid-range beatdown deck in red-green. Curving out and then just being hyper-aggressive if you can. The whole treasure synergy thing I think is just a little bit too underwhelming for my taste. Overseer, please. Right, there's another luxurious, although asking you shall receive. I just asked for an inspiring overseer and I will receive one, so we'll take it here. Pack one, pick one, easy inspiring overseer. I still think maybe Evelyn is better and more flexible than Libation, so I'll probably take Evelyn over Libation, since this is essentially just a 5-mana 2/5 blocker with flash that draws you 1 or 2 cards, so it's pretty nice. But yeah, inspiring overseer over luxurious libation, even though like I'm more heavy committed to green, seems correct. Since I kind of just want to lean towards green-white anyways, so sticking overseer. Ooh, Rafine's Informant looks great. Also passing up a Fairy Vandal, quite a good card as well. But yeah, more 2-drops in white seems good. Pack one, pick one. I'll definitely take Fairy Vandal over Informant at this point, but yeah, it's arguably better than Fairy, but Fairy still keeps me more open. Alright, take a Jewel Thief over Civil Servant, hopefully wield a Civil Servant, but the Jewel Thief is just it's monocolor, so it's likely that the Civil Servant could wheel. I can always see the argument of taking the Civil Servant over Jewel Thief, but I like the fact that this helps me ramp, helps me fix for the out of the way and blue mana spells. Also just a really rock solid 3-drop, so I'm gonna take it here. Or second Civil Servant. And then, ooh, Jewel Thief versus Xerath. I'll probably just take another Jewel Thief. There's Groundbreaker, of course, which is a lot better than the Dagger. But the Dagger also plays a similar role. This is a lot better because it gives the extra power and trample, but I'm still going to take Jewel Thief to stay monocolor. And we could even build green-white cards, who knows, if we're the only like green drafter at the table. Hopefully we pick up more fixing for these blue cards, which I might be happy to splash, instead of relying too much on treasures from our Jewel Thief. And, well, Gathering Throng, is it too early for Gathering Throng? It might be a little bit too late. I mean, it's like pick 2, pick 5. The land would be fine too, but I'm kind of liking this hold for Ransom, just to shut the opponent down for like a complete turn and get in with some creatures. Yeah, like Gathering Throng, I would definitely take over Hold for Ransom if the pack was a lot earlier, but it's like pick 2, pick 5, so we're kind of like halfway to the point where if we don't get any more Throngs, it's kind of underwhelming. So I think I'll take Hold for Ransom here, and we'll see. And then, ooh, Civil Servant pick 6. Alright, we'll just take another one over a 3rd for the family. So we're not getting punished for staying open, I guess. There's a Cabaret Ascendancy. This could be kind of fun. If you're in a creature-heavy deck, you can play this. But we're going to have a mix of creatures and non-creatures, so I don't know. I don't like any of the Ascendancies other than Brokers. I think they're all pretty just bad and almost unplayable. So put this to sideboard, and if we need a random fight spell, don't hit 1 copy of Prize Fight. It's not all that amazing, since it requires large creature size to fight. But it could be fine, just with like a 3-3 Jewel Thief fighting against like a 2-3 or a 2-2 could be decent at instant speed. So we'll try it here. 1 copy could be okay, also makes a treasure, even if it doesn't resolve, you still make a treasure, which is interesting. And then not much else here. We already have a Paragon of Modernity, no we don't. I guess we'd rather just take a Tendon over Halo. I don't really think I want to exile and make treasures in this deck. Like a random 2-drop. Social Climber, who knows, but it seems like red is also open, but again, red is just so bad, you want to just actively avoid it as much as possible. So I definitely need some fixing, so Broker's Hideouts would be pretty appealing here. hopefully I don't end up in a weird spot where I end up splashing like red or black. I mean, we could still end up splashing red for this Cabaretti Ascendancy or maybe a Cabaretti Charm, but I mean, they're just not good. Ooh, I could actually run Gilded Pinions. I actually don't hate this card in green decks since there's not a lot of flying going around. Just gives a bit of evasion, also helps you fix a bit, so I actually like Gilded Pinions in the green decks. Civic Gardener. A copy could be cute with the Civil Servants. There's a combo where you can attack with both Civil Servants, Civic Gardener, tap this Civic Gardener, and then you can also just tap with the Civil Servant. Okay, there's a Mysterious Limousine and Rafine's Informant here. Man, I would love a second Rafine's Informant, but I think we gotta just take the Limousine. We have nothing on 5, and then we could use a fine interaction spell. This is also pretty cool with the Inspiring Overseer if you can loop it. Same with maybe the Jewel Thief, making some more treasures. So I think I'd take it over Rafine's Informant. We have some fine filler 2-drops too in the sideboard to kind of fill a similar role over to Rafine's Informant, but we'll take a Mysterious Limousine. Pretty nice white rare. And this deck is shaping out quite nicely. Alright, Sparrow's Headquarters. As much as I like a Sky Crier in this deck too, I gotta take the Headquarters to help me fix for some blue. Otherwise we're never gonna splash these blue spells and we'll have to rely on treasures, which are not particularly that appealing, because we might want the treasures to ramp instead. So I'm going to take the Headquarters over Sky Crier, over second Chaldea Armstrong. Not Chaldea, Chaldea, I guess. I mean, this would be a fine, like, Citizen 2, but, gotta take the Headquarters here. It's just too spicy, and it's also rare. Alright, we'll take a Spyro's Adjudicators now, over Speakeasy Server, which I also won't mind, but this is quite good. Creature and interaction. I actually don't hate the dual land here. There's also a Bouncer's Beatdown, which I also don't mind. I mean, it would make sense with this type of deck, but I could use a green-white land here. I don't think this card's that amazing. It's fine, though. It's like nice black mana hate, and still kind of just solid removal. Better than Prize Fight for sure. So I guess I just take it, and then hopefully this doesn't punish me that badly. It just seems like a really solid role player. And then if I just take another Sparrow's Adjudicators over Random Venom Connoisseur, this is not even a Citizen, so I don't even like it. And again, it's just another junky 2-drop like the rest of these. I might just run the Civic Gardener as a random Citizen on 2, though. There's also this Warm Welcome, but Adjudicators is just head and shoulders above the card. Just take a runner, Chaldea Strongarm, 4-drop. And then not going to splash red. I'm just going to take a high-rise Sawjack. Could just play one copy. It's a fine. It has reach, which deals with flyers, and it's also Citizen for the Civil Servant, so I actually don't hate it. And then this is 23 playable, so yeah. Could end up cutting maybe the Pinions if we don't like it, or maybe Prize Fight. We'll see. Splash for Out of the Way, or we can just cut like Run Out of Town. Definitely want to run Out of the Way since it's just card advantage. In a nutshell, so I mean, you just balance it, draw a card, which is really huge, and none of these are also exciting. Would love some green-white lands, of course. Yeah, the funny thing is a lot of these green cards also just aren't Citizens, so it's kind of awkward when you're looking at this card. I could also just cut the Prize Fight for a third Quarter Family. I think it's actually just better than Prize Fight by a lot. And we have some interaction already with like Out of the Way, Run Out of Town, or we can just cut like Run Out of Town to lighten our blue splash. It's definitely worse than Prize Fight, but Prize Fight is just like keeps us on color. It's efficient. And we have some fine fighters here in this deck too, like some 4/4s, a 4/5, maybe a 5/5 Jewel Thief with 2/1/1 counters on it. So this could be fine. Like, we don't have a lot of fixing for blue, so I mean, we have some treasures, but again, we can run into that awkward spot where we don't have enough, like, actual blue lands, and we need to use the treasures to ramp instead, so we'll see. This is an interesting card, but I don't think we need that with, like, double, triple Quarter Family. So we're gonna take it here. Right? Probably just run out the Gilded Pinions just to have some evasion in the deck. I could also just be tempted to cut the Prize Fight, honestly. I just like the efficiency of it at 2 mana, and then run out of town is just kind of weird sometimes too. So maybe this is okay. Can run like double islands. We have 6, 7, 8 white sources, 7 green sources. How much is this? Probably just want 9 green sources maybe, and then 8 white sources. Could be fine with like 8 white spells. Oh, never mind. This is 7 whites, 8 green. Do I cut an island? Cutting island isn't wrong either. I just don't have a ton of blue spells to cast. And even then, Adjudicators can fix for itself, and we're making a bunch of treasures anyways. So we could just run 1 island, like 8 white sources, 9 green sources, 2 blue sources, and then we have a bunch of treasures for fixing. Plus, Adjudicators can fix for itself as well. So we could run something like this with 12 creatures. Creature count's pretty low. Yeah, creature count is not that high. I guess this will count as like another creature, and then I guess Mysterious can count as maybe a creature. Not sure. So, I mean, we could see the argument running just a random extra Attendance Socialite just as an extra 2-drop to play out. Because, like, we're pretty light and we want to have at least 14-15 creature minimum, which we're kind of in the range for. So we could just throw in this Attendance Socialite and then maybe just cut the prize fights. Or just cut another Forta family. Maybe just cut the Forta family since we might want the treasure from prize fight. And we need some spot removal interaction, like we have only Out of the Way, Bouncers Beat Down, and I guess prize fights. Adjudicator, I guess this is also some interaction, but I don't know. Double Forta family should be okay with Luxurious Libation. Let's give this a shot. Finally green. Let's go. Alright, we have a Jewel Thief on turn 3. Not bad. Ramping into Adjudicators. I'll try it. Might actually keep this land a cycle, honestly. Yeah, I actually don't hate that since we have Jewel Thief to help us ramp, and yeah, I don't know if we're going to make use of it, any of the treasures necessarily. Let's just run this out. It's just a fine 2-drop. I guess we'll be using the treasures to ramp, never mind, and then we can just cast our 5 drops from there, cycle the Spires of Head. This is kind of annoying, but I still think we're fine maybe bashing for 3. Can even run out Chaldea, make a 5/5, and the trade here is fine too. So opponent's running red-green here, and we're running green-white, which is just a lot better. Monger, so now it might be inclined to just put 2-woman counters here. I could also blitz this, since the 2/3 doesn't really attack past the 1/4 anyways. I think that's fine. This way I can save up my treasure and use Adjudicators next turn, so just ace this out. Then, yeah, probably block the Chaldea Strong Arm, but that's okay. It doesn't block the 2/3, interesting, alright. Just double mana risk running into a pump spell. And now the Gilded Pinions can allow us to fly over and attack for 5, so yeah, Glitter Monger, just a really bad card. Orpheum, that's still very slow. I think I just run out the Adjudicators here, make the Glitter Monger unable to block it for 5 to offer maybe Mr. Orfeo trade. Alternatively, there's also, I guess there's also Boucher's Beatdown and Jewel Thief. I'm not really in a rush to take this out, honestly. I think I just run out the Adjudicators. And then he can make a treasure at instant speed here, but when this concedes, realize my deck is just better than his, right? Yeah, seems good. Let's just run it out again. Alright, seems okay. Probably leave with a Civil Servant and then gain some life, keep up like for the family. Civic Gardener next turn, attack, pump, keep up for the family. You can also run out a Socialite, maybe this can hit a little bit harder, but it's not going to attack past much. So it's most likely going to just end up in a trade. So I might just want the card advantage. Practice without 9 Club. Very interesting. I guess he's just using that as a random blocker, so sure. He's definitely not blocking this, I have to imagine. I could also target this at instant speed. This is a black creature, but we'll just pass. And then if he tries to set up a double block, we can blow him out with like our tricks. Capenna Express, he can't crew it since it's still 3 power, so also just not great for him. So we'll pass the turn. Probably fine offering a trade here, although I probably just want this to just keep gaining life. So sure, I think we just attack here and then tap down the 2/3. And then there's no way for him to crew the Capenna Express. If he tries to crew it, we can punish him as well, so I'm hoping I guess we can make blue mana to out of the way this if he tries to crew and mess with him. I guess out of the way can target for 2 mana, so we'll try to attack next turn and see if he tries to do the crewing thing. Evolving Door, pretty unplayable card. Sacrifice a creature, count the colors of sacrificed creatures, and search your library for a creature card that's exactly that many colors plus 1. Seems pretty bad. And this still doesn't allow him to block, so still just kind of a dead card. Could use Bouncer's Beat down here, but meh. I can just do it now, I guess. Hopefully no fake your own death. This is only sorcery, so he can't even sack it at instant speed. I should have done this end of turn, actually. So this way I can keep up a force gathering, but then we can just do the thing, so we can move the combat. And yeah, opponent's just gonna concede because it's, yeah, I don't know. Alright, let's run another game. Play first. Alright, seems fine. 2-drop into 3-drop, seems fine. Mulligans to 5, okay, so as you can see, the best out of 3 doesn't provide a hand smoother necessarily, so you could end up in really bad spots where you need to mull to 4 even. So, sorry opponents, but Magic's rigged, so... Right. It's gonna tap itself next turn. If I get a 2-drop, I can even untap that land, run out another 2-drop, we'll see. Right, Extract takes away the Inspiring Overseer. I can't imagine any other targets you would get rid of. Inspiring Overseer is way better than Jewel Thief. Ooh, it gets rid of Jewel Thief, right? I'm not sure if I agree with that, but I will draw a card, thank you very much for making treasure. And then we can even high-rise, Saw Jack, untap the land next turn, keep up out of the way to bounce a creature as well. So there's a lot of interesting things we can do. Although its green is unattacked, and there's no reason for me to block any of this. So it seems like it's a red-black aggressive deck. So we're still ahead on in terms of boards, so very interesting here. Alright, there's Adjudicators. Probably fine just untapping our land, so we should probably just want to run out the heist by Soljack first for no land. Attack, untap the land, and then maybe we can even channel this Adjudicators under a land or use out of the way end of turning if he has a green spell to play. so that's interesting. I guess I don't care about this high rise since the flyer is more important against this matchup, so I guess it's fine. Gilded Pinions. I could just route this Adjudicators, which I don't actually think is a bad idea. It just applies a whole ton of pressure in there. Even though I don't get value off of it, it still allows me to gets out a 4/4, which is nothing. So it's another red-black splash green sort of deck. We can even bounce this on his turn, so Initiate. It's okay. Funny, I could just Gilded Pinions here, not worry about like losing the Civic Garter. So I think I'll just do this. By running out land with the combat attack. Yeah, Blood realizes he's just gonna be too far behind, so. Right, not much going on, it's just the same shit, essentially, so. I could cut their high rise, it's okay. But again, we need a higher, maybe slightly higher creature count against, because his deck seems aggressive. This is just a fine blocker. Instead of like random run out of town. Alright, we have a decent amount of interaction in this deck too, so we'll try and draw into it. Alright, we need our second land, so no keep. Alright, this we can keep. Probably need the 2-drop here. Do I just ditch the prize fight? We do have a Mysterious Limousine to answer something. Yeah, you know what, let's ditch the prize fight. Hopefully we don't regret this. Or we just ditch the Adjudicators, because Limousine kind of fills a similar role. And then the prize fight could be pretty useful. So maybe we just ditch the Adjudicators and hopefully that doesn't hurt us too badly. As we top deck another one, so that's fine. Green phases the Mass Bandage, sure. Run out the Pinions, but Adjudicators is dead. Intended Socialite is fine. Save the Treasure for maybe something else. We might find attacking for 2 here. Trading for the Frontier's Initiates. I see a Strangle here too. Because he's seems to be wanting to target this, but probably doesn't care. Alright, we'll just run out Gilded Pinions. And then the question is, do I use a treasure? I mean, he probably wants to trade here anyways, so I don't know. I think we're fine, Singo. I don't want to attack here. Extract the Truth, which is kind of annoying, sure. You can only take away the Adjudicators, but next turn we can like run out Mysterious Limousine, or we can just crew this and then attack. I could also trade, but I kind of want my creature to stick around, so this is fine. Hold for ransom, right? Probably safe hold for another spell, and yeah, I'm fine if he has instant speed interaction here. I don't really mind this 2/2 getting killed. Probably save this for something large like the Mass Bandits. Destroy Orpheum, alright, I guess we'll be taking 4, but we can exile Destroy Orpheum. I think we just gotta take 4 here. I can't really afford to prize fight and 2-for-1 myself to make a treasure. And then, yeah, line is decent, so I can exile Mr. Orfeo. Then, the question is, do I stay back here? I think I'm fine attacking, even though he's ahead in the race. I can hit back for 4 next turn and lock down the Masked Bandits. So, yeah, we'll attack the 2 and say go. So, probably see him run out the Masked Bandits, we'll lock it down. Although that's a strangle, so he's holding on to that all along. But that's fine, I'm fine having him use strangle on my 2-1 over Jewel Thief. So hopefully top deck in the good creature, and that's a good one. Inspiring Overseer is really nice. And then the thing is, I can even, what I can do is this, I can run out land, I can crew the Inspiring Overseer. And then hopefully he doesn't have any instant speed, because what I can do now is I can attack with the Limousine, target my own Inspiring Overseer, and then we can even fight out Mr. Orfeo end of turn. Does he have a trick? Okay, he does, so we can punish him with prize fights. I don't know why the opponent decided to do that, because that was a very bad play. Nice. I mean, he knew about it already, so he must be a new player. And then we can just keep drawing cards with the Inspiring Overseer, exile the Masked Bandits. Although we need something to crew, I forgot about that, so I'm hoping we can get a good creature. If not, then we'll have to like take a bit of a beating here. Yeah, I guess there's a downside to exiling our own creature. We just don't have any creatures. So we need to draw into something. Rapines Informant isn't bad, alright. This can hit me for 5 next turn, so I need to be careful. Is this another removal spell off the top? Might be. I'm hoping I can connive into a good creature. Alright, kills me. I mean, I still have some creatures left in the deck, so... I mean, I should have maybe crewed a response. Alright, that's not bad. Chaldea Strong Arm. And then I can crew now, and then do I exile the Masked Bandits? Not sure. It does hit for 5, which is a lot, but then I do want to draw a card off of this, so... I'll just exile the Riveteer Witches. Gain life, draw a card. Smash for 4. And then take it from there. Next turn we can crew, exile the Masked Bandits. We still draw a card if he uses the Wolf Ransom, so... We can even fly over with the Gilded Pinions if we want to as well, which is fairly interesting. And another Extracted Truth, which is just another medium card, so that's fine. Can run as many of them as he can, but it's just not a good card. So I'll probably just find flying over here. So can crew the Inspiring Overseer. Minions here. Attack. And then yeah, we'll just exile this again, and then might need to exile the Masked Bandit next turn, or even trade to 4/5 for a 2/2. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. That was actually pretty bad. Alright, let's just say go and hope we don't get punished for this play. I guess we'll still be alive. Okay, this is fine. I'll take this, and then next turn I think we just gotta have to exile the Masked Bandits just in case. And we'll just concede. Alright, never mind. Alright, this could be an easy 3-0. Haven't seen Vivian yet, but yeah, our deck is really solid, so our previous 2 opponents weren't necessarily the best either. The first hint is knowing if they're playing red and green, and if they're playing both red and green, then it's not great. So, right, I would love an extra land, but we can't keep this. Hopefully we don't go have to mold a 5. This would be exciting if we had an extra forest. I would be happy swapping out like any of these cards, even for the family, I guess, for a green, but yeah, just too risky. This hand is not great either, but hey, Jewel Thief. So we'll try. Maybe ditch the Civic Gardener, since it's just the weakest card, and ramping the Vivian isn't the worst, so we'll try this. Ooh, White Glue. Alright. Actual Cruiser, nice blocker. I just want to run out Inspiring Overseer on 3 then, instead of getting out Jewel Thief, although Jewel Thief helps us get closer to Vivian. But it doesn't necessarily block or attack well into this, so I think we just run out the Inspiring Overseer and hopefully get our land drops. And I guess he drew into his Gathering Throngs because that's kind of interesting. Do I want to trade here? It's a lot of damage, but once we get to Vivian, this 4/4 like blocks it all day, so we'll just attack for 2, run out Jewel Thief, and then take it from there. And if we get an extra land, we can run a 6-drop out. Although now I probably want to trade here because there's too many Gathering Throngs. Although Chaldea's Strong Arm isn't bad too, but it would have to be blitzed, and I only have 1 blocker, and getting 2 counters onto this isn't great, so it's just Jewel Thief here in the pass. Fine trading here, and then that should be okay. I could also just trade the Jewel Thief, because I mean the Mysterious Limousine with Inspiring Overseer is insane, so I think we actually just trade Jewel Thief here. Then we'll take it from there. Initiate, alright. So we have 5 mana available. I could just run out Vivian now, or Chaldea's Strong Arm. You can trade for the 3/1 and then you can put counters on the 2/1 as well. Could also do something cute with the Mysterious Limousine. Exile it, attack next turn, exile our Inspiring Overseer, but it would require a treasure. Maybe Chaldea's fine, we can set up a good blocker against this Initiate. And then we can set up Vivian, and then we'll just say go. Just holds off the Gathering Throng too, so right, taps down my Inspiring Overseer. So he has a good attack on the Vivian next turn. I think I'm gonna fight for the trade here. So this is interesting, although it doesn't, I guess this is still blocked, so alright, I think it's Vivian time then.
Go ahead and run.
We'll have the Suicide of Flyer or use
I brought
Pump
some
Spell
muscle along.
to finish off Vivian. I guess he could deal with my Overseer and then attack for 4, but he would need some interaction here, so I'm hoping he doesn't have it, since this is kind of time to just run it out, honestly. Yeah, they're regular, so never mind. So rip Vivian, he still made, so it's essentially just a 6 mana 4/4, unfortunately.
Oh, fine.
Civil Servant can help us
There
gain
are other
life,
paths
so
to walk.
probably just Civil Servant, Jewel Thief, keep up out town for 2 mana, by attacking for 4. And then hopefully he's out of interaction, but the opponent has a really solid blue-white deck, so wouldn't be surprised if he has interaction. I would love a Citizen for the Civil Servant to gain some life. Alright, run out of town. I guess we put on top. This deals a lot of damage to us, but we still get to draw a card, and it's okay. So I guess we can still run out Mysterious Limousine as well. And save a treasure. I think I like that. And then do I use it on Backstreet Cruiser or a Flyer? Probably use it on a Flyer to stem the bleeding, and then we can still attack with the Jewel Thief and 4/4. Offer to trade. And then I could also just take 4 to start exiling as well, or trade off the 2/1. And I think you should block here. Or set up a double block, who knows. Opponent's really considering. We could have also done something spicy and exiled the 3/3, but then he'll have flyers. So just trade for the 2/2 since this can keep gaining life. Like, I would love to do the whole combo thing with the Mysterious Limousine, but it doesn't seem great, especially since I'm at 8 life and he's just gonna get his flyer back. So. Could attack with a Limousine next turn too. If he goes for a double block, we can out of the way and maybe blow him out. We'll see. I'm fine blocking the Obscure Initiate with the Inspiring Overseer. And then he might just pump and gain life here, but I can't afford to take 4. He might also have an interaction spell for Overseer. He's thinking of maybe bouncing again, but then I can just gain a life draw card again, so... I do want to Citizen along the Civil Servants, too. Because the life gain really does matter this scenario, so we'll see if he uses the instant speed effect here. He might have I guess he might have an effect for Mysterious Limousine. Alright, it's just another out of the way, pretty annoying. Then, I guess that's 6 damage now, alright. So I need a Citizen to gain some life, otherwise I'm in trouble. No Citizen. If I bounce this, does it do anything? I guess I can kill him maybe, so what can I do here? So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, never mind, that's just lethal, so yeah, let's just Mysterious Limousine. Do that. Bounce with out of the way, and then attack the ball. And that's lethal, so opponents also has a really good deck, so I also like prize fight in this matchup since his flyers seem to be quite small and the fight effects line up quite nicely. Not a big fan of splashing out of the run out of town because he has a lot of good enter the battlefield effects. I do like the Broken Wings as a sideboard option, so this seems good, and I like High Rise Sawjack. So what card do we want to cut? Maybe Pinions, although that does give me treasure. The Vivian is kind of awkward of a card, I hate to admit. Maybe just get rid of Hold for Ransom. Gilded Pinions is also interesting too. Could also just cut Gilded Pinions, even though it's kind of an anti-air card, giving our creatures some flying. But maybe it's cuttable since we have main deck Broken Wings into High Rise Sawjack. Or we can just cut, like, I don't know, random Hold for Ransom again. Or maybe an Adjudicators. Adjudicators is also just... I mean, Adjudicator is just a good card, right? Kind of liking the Pinions, actually, still. So maybe just Hold for Ransom can go. Although it's just so efficient sometimes. Not sure. I think I need all my creatures for sure. Maybe High Rise. High Rise is not too different from like a Gilded Pinion. It is a Citizen though, so never mind. Maybe we just cut the Pinions. I don't know if this is too much of a stretch. Maybe we just need to get rid of Adjudicators or Chaldea Strongarm. But this gives me some extra 4s. Not sure. We'll risk it here and not run out the Pinions. We have like Broken Wings. We didn't need Pinions in the last game too, so. Sorry, just notifications. Alright, this hand doesn't look incredible. We need some 2-drops, and we don't have any, so I think we mulligan, and the opponent's deck is pretty aggressive, so can't afford to keep. I can keep this, and then find bombing the green since I need double white for the Mysterious Limousine. I don't have any double white payoffs, so... I mean double green payoffs, sorry. And Civil Servant to High Rise is pretty solid. You know, make this appear. So I could just run out the Civic Gardener first to see what's up. I didn't see Make Disappear in the last match, so yeah, we just risk it here. Alright, this is probably gonna get countered now. Alright, maybe we shouldn't have underestimated the opponent. But high rise is pretty solid against these flyers. We probably just need to play this as a tapped land. Right, never mind. Well, that's a pretty messed up card. I guess I can Broken Wings and destroy that. Alright, just gotta do it now. Watch that. We'll just run this tap land out. And no attacks. Alright, so that was close. Opponent had Broker's Ascendancy as well. Probably see a tapper on your rooftop, attack for 3. Maybe gain some life as well. No life, so it's probably another counter spell. Initiate. Adjudicators isn't bad, alright. This is fine. He's gonna attack for 5 next turn though, so that's annoying. I'm just gonna do this on the initiates. And if he pumps for 5, that's fine. I can maybe keep this back, swing for 4, or keep up Libation to hold off the Broker's Initiates. Not blocking here. And we'll probably just take 5, right? Fair enough. I guess Libation's still okay with this, so... So you go. Maybe sub a double block and then Libation on the Broker's Initiates. Regulator tapping down my creature, so yeah, this card is also just kind of whatever. Just, yeah. This regular just completely trumps the card. So I might just cut this off for Pinions, honestly. Seems a lot worse than just Pinions. I can do X equals 2 to trade for the Initiates. Is there any... I guess I can then tap a land as well with the Civic Gardener. I think we need to get aggressive here, I think. Yeah, let's get aggressive here. I guess I can then tap the High Rise Sol Jack, might as well. And then do I use the Luxurious? I think I do. And hope he doesn't have an out of the way for 2 mana to punish. So now we can trade for the Obscure Initiates. I forgot about this trick with the High Rise, so I'll trade here. No reason not to. And then hopefully I can outrace this one on the ground. Right. This is gonna be rough. Since I think the opponent has a faster clock, if he keeps playing out, running out creatures. Not a regular, luckily no counter, so I can still attack Vigil 4/4, and I'm destroying more creatures, so getting more lands, so it's not great. But I might be able to get in for lethal next turn if he doesn't stay back, so... Probably still going to draw a card. Interesting, didn't activate the Botanical Plaza, but I guess he needs Force to do that, so... We'll see. Maybe I can get a good top deck and okay, that's a good one. Top Nuisance. And he has a 2-turn clock on us, so I need to find something here. Citizen's Crowbar is a nice blocker. Alright, that's not good. And out of the way isn't bad. I guess if I out of the way, does that kill him 3, 4, 5, 6? Nope. I guess I can untap the Adjudicators here and swing, so I guess this is fine. Then he might just trade here. He takes 3, and I can bounce the Regulator before combat. Or maybe we'll wait. It would be nice to untap and attack, but that's not the case, right? So, probably just bounce the Regulator here. This resolves. Stays back, interesting. Oh, I guess he doesn't need to attack with both. So he can still chump block and survive, so. If I have out of the way main phase, what would have happened? Oh, I guess, yeah, I guess he still had the token, so never mind. Hopefully he doesn't have a counter to shut down one of my creatures, so... Stay on the structure, right? Good games. not bad. Alright, so need to be careful, wary of the opponent's counterspells. And, yeah, I think I just need to run the Pinions here. And then maybe just get rid of Hold for Ransom, although Hold is, again, not bad. Prize Fight's also not bad. Beatdown is kind of interesting, too, but it's also just solid removal. Probably just cut, like, maybe Hold for Ransom. I think that can maybe go, even though it could be okay. Hold is okay, though. I just like the efficiency. Maybe this is not a match where we just want, like, multiple Forta families, or maybe we just cut Chaldea. Chaldea is just kind of clunky. He's also running Disdainful Strokes, so I probably don't want that many expensive cards. So let's just cut a Chaldea Strong Arm. And then maybe run something like this. Okay, alright, final match. Let's do this. My notifications are up. I have no idea how to turn them off, so I'm just going to keep playing this. This is a very exciting final match as well. So the Broken Wings actually reasonable against the opponent. I mean, the game would have ended if I didn't have a removal spell for his Broker's Ascendancy. I mean, not mine, but his. I need to turn off these notifications. How do I do this? Help. Alright, I'll just leave them on. I just don't want to click out of the recording, so... Alright, final opponent. We'll be on the play, and then this seems okay. We have Civil Servant into Civic Garner on the play, so he won't have to make this appear up. So we can run out Civil Servant, see if he counters my Civic Garner. Yeah, I'll probably just run out Civic Garner and see if he wants to counter it. Let's resolve so I can attack for 2. Tap down the Civic Garner. Yeah, the 3-power lifelink per turn is going to add up, so it's out of the way, right? That's kind of annoying, especially since I missed my land drop. So, probably see a counter spell on the Civil Servant next turn. I think it's fine getting this countered over running an extra 3-drop. I could also run out High Rise Sawjack to see if he wants to counter that instead. I could also, I guess, run out Civil Servant in. I guess untap a land. Doesn't seem great. Let's run this out. See if he wants to counter it. Next turn we can run out Hold for a Ransom, attack, untap our land, run out Civil Servant. Gathering Throng, kind of annoying though. Yeah, Gathering Throng is not the nicest card. Plus Farmers Initiates is kind of annoying too. I mean, I could attack and use Forta Family, but I probably just want to run out the Inspiring Overseer here. And I guess I can still untap a land in Forta Family, so I will attack and untap the land. And see what's up. And if he blocks with 0-4, I'm fine using Forta Family. If he trades, this is also okay. We can also use Forta Family here, but the trade is fine. So we just need to hit some lands here. Lackey is fine. Probably just see a Gathering Throne, sure. And I didn't see many Gathering Throngs. I think he only has 2 in his deck. So like he isn't like 6 Gathering Throngs or anything like that. Right, we need to hit our land, so let's just run out Jewel Thief. That's backbreaking that we're unable to hit a land drop, so we're going to be pretty far behind if the opponent plays some scary bombs like Broker's Ascendancy here. And I'll probably just take 3. Yeah, no reason to block this. Right, no Broker's Ascendancy. Probably have to disable Stroke up now. So I could hold for ransom this because it's kind of annoying. And then just run out a Civil Servant, but let's run this out first, I guess. And hold on to the treasure. I could also attack with a Jewel Thief. I mean, maybe it's okay. I mean, I'm going to use up a treasure. But he also has open mana, so I might need to be careful here, so I'll just attack for 2. And this way the treasure is still important. See if he wants to spend his whole turn releasing the hold. I do need to hit my land drop, so... Next turn we can get a pretty big Forta family. And then we can even use a Civil Servant. Alright, he's going to do that, so this gives us a turn to read. Broken Wings isn't bad. But I probably just want to get the Civil Servant out and start attacking with it, gaining a ton of life. I could also trade here. Yeah, I'll be attacking for 3 lifelink back, so I think I'm fine with this exchange. So first things first, I could also just run out again Vivian. I'm kind of liking the life game, but maybe it's time to run out Vivian actually. Although Forta family isn't bad either. I mean, Civil Servant into like him blocking the Broker's Veteran. Yeah, I'm gonna take it like this. The combat attack. Tap down a Civil Servant, 0/4 blocks, we can Forta family. Or just Forta family to 0/4. Chumped blocks, okay, interesting. And then hold up Broken Wings in case he drops like random Broker's Ascendancy. And this makes it difficult for him to race now. One extra land gives me access to Vivian. Opponent's not drawing into those Celestial Regulators like the last game. I can even blow this up end of turn and then use Vivian to make some 4/4s. Opponent's attacking, let's see what he does. I'm still just gonna take 2 here because again of because of whatchamacallit, Broker's Ascendancy, so gotta be careful because Broker's Ascendancy is gonna win the game if I don't deal with it now. So does that instead. Does he run out Broker's Ascendancy here? Regulator, I mean, taking out Regulator with Broken Wings is still fine. So yeah, let's just kill this now. And then hopefully we top deck land for Vivian. And we did, so that's good. So first things first, I think we can just attack. And then keep the flyer back to hold off the 2/2, so. Don't want to gain life or just attack with the Civil Servant. I think I just want to attack. I don't think I want to tap anything down. And the trade here is fine. around his
When I win, you're gonna
I guess
stay
if he
out
taps
of
down
my
my
way.
2-1, he can kill it with the Obscura and the 1-1, but I can swing back for a whole lot more, so... I mean, this can pressure Vivian, but then, yeah, he needs an answer to my Inspiring Overseer here. Alright, never mind. But I can still attack.
I'll hunt
Hopefully
somewhere
no
else.
Broker's Ascendancy here. So I think we just attack with Fall and then forget about gaining life. This is also not a citizen, so I'm fine just swinging the team. You can block and gain life, but he's still just going to take 4. And then, do I play around a sweeper? I don't think so. Didn't see the last game, and then the Socialite adding in the extra pressure is quite important, so we'll see if the opponent has a sweeper here. Nope, just a regulator, that's fine. A creature off the top can allow me to pump an attack, and prize fight is not bad, so I'll just prize fight this way. Hopefully this resolves. Alright, never mind, it's a run out of town, so that's kind of annoying. This will make a treasure, but yeah, I guess I can still attack. I guess it's still lethal, because if he blocks 1, then it's still 4, so never mind, it's just good games. Alright, sweet, so we got 3-0 with a green deck with Vivian as our first pick. But as you can see, Vivian isn't all that insane. Like, obviously, if she sticks around, she's quite good, but like, it's still just 6 mana, make a 4/4, and then there's a lot of just interaction in this format, especially in white and green, that can, like the turn you play down Vivian, you just make a 4/4, and it almost immediately dies. So I think it could just be worse than Inspiring Overseer, to be honest. Probably I would still take this over, like, most of the commons instead of Inspiring Overseer. I mean, I could even argue taking a blue uncommon over Vivian. I think Vivian's just good. I think Vivian's good, but it's not like a busted bomb mythic. Like, the +2 ability and the +1 ability is not something you're going to use too often. But it's still threatening, of course. They still need to answer Vivian, but like, as you saw in this game, like any single interaction spell tapping down our flyer could have just taken out Vivian. But yeah, we still did pretty well. Went 3-0, so not bad for finally a green deck we were able to draft. So not bad for our traditional run. So first draft we went to 2-1, and then these last 2 drafts we went 3-0. So not bad, and yeah, got 30 playing points. So I think that's gonna be it now. I've used up a lot of time already, and I might make a second video later, maybe. But yeah, I almost have the entire collection, and luckily they have this open all button now, so... Alright, thank you guys for watching. I'll make maybe a second video after this, we'll see. And take care, bye.